Hello, everybody, and mabuhay.
Hello, kumusta?
Hey. So there's a 20-second delay, so we're just going to give a little intro sort of thing here before the chat catches up and everybody can see it. Hello to, oh, you want to shout it? Watch this. I can do it. Boom. There you go. There you
Wow.
go. There
Very
you go,
nice.
Rommel. All right. And actually, I want to also shout out to Marco because he commented literally 24 hours ago. So thank you so much. Thank you.
That's amazing.
We are back, but we're not back. So in our videos, we keep going to Bohol and then Mac 10. So you're going to learn a little bit that you haven't seen yet in the videos. But yeah, we ended yesterday's video with us the next day going to take off and go to Bohol. So
Okay.
remember, because we were at the port and we
Yeah.
ate at that restaurant
Yeah.
with the boat.
Yeah,
And
the boat on the sea roof.
yeah, exactly. So really cool. Um, what's
That's the Puente roundabout.
Oh
In the
yeah, well
background.
actually, so what we're going to do? Yeah, you're gonna have to crank yourselves up. We're using one mic. Oh, you're moving it closer to you. Okay.
Just move it closer in general.
Yeah, here, hang on. It's gonna get a little muffly for a second. I just want to keep that lower because we don't need it to be high like that. Hopefully, that's a
Make sure
little
I talk
bit.
loud. I'll make sure I talk loud.
She's gonna talk really loud.
Ah.
So, good morning to you all in the Philippines, and good evening to you in North America or wherever you are. Actually,
Wherever.
some people are European, so you're like in the middle of it all. I don't know. It might be actually in the middle of the night for you. I'm always confused. Um, so yeah, we're doing really great. Yeah, we actually our cats that we had in Albania.
They're doing great.
They're doing great, by the way.
They live a bougie life.
Very bougie life. They
okay?
live at the World Bank, so
Yeah.
and we've been updated and everything, and it's pretty.
Yeah, we get
awesome.
pictures once in a while, and you're just like, okay, they're good. They're definitely good. They get 24 hours of love, basically, because there's always somebody
Yeah.
on the premises. And so, of course, cats will be like, okay, well, I'm just going to go hang out with them. So,
Yeah,
it's
so it's
nice.
actually really awesome. So today we're going to do a little bit different, and we're not just going to just reply to chats and everything. Oh, well, Pauline is here.
Hello,
So
Pauline.
there's our moderator, and also she shows up in so many of our videos, by the way, as you all know. And she's coming to visit us on October 19th here in Boracay. So how cool is that, right?
Yes, Pauline, I'm excited.
So we're gonna like give you guys a little behind the scenes, I guess, of what our trip that we had over the 16 days, and we're gonna do so by jogging our memory and all of
Yeah.
yours. So there's no volume on this for you guys, but yeah. So this was our first night, and we went for that walk, and we went to this mall. This was the metro. We had never been in a metro.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was nice. It was really,
Oh,
really nice. Look,
yeah.
I mean, just look at it.
Well, yeah, it's so bright. But that mall, it was really nice. We were really shocked. That was the first time we got to see like how bad like a hurricane or typhoon, sorry, a typhoon
Yeah.
could actually be in anywhere. Like we had
We have no prior experience to typhoons. Okay,
No.
Canada doesn't have typhoons. We have blizzards.
Yeah.
That's our change over.
exactly.
And so we just don't understand like like we understand okay, rainy, windy, and stormy, but
Yeah.
we don't understand how bad that can get.
Right. And so when we're told, hey, no, the typhoon was 9 months ago and it's this bad still, like even this mall, which has plenty of money, it's SM, they had like damaged skylights and like the roof and everything. And that was the first time that we really got an idea between our hotel and then going to the mall and going, oh, look at all that up there. Oh, that whole area is closed. And so now, we get a better appreciation of how things can get
Yeah.
in the event of a typhoon. So, sorry, was this Ayala? Yes, this was an Ayala mall. My bad. But
Yes,
we
yeah,
did
'cause
go to
we were-
SM. I'm jumping
yeah,
ahead.
Yeah,
I'm jumping
we,
ahead.
We go to all the malls.
Yeah, I'm jumping ahead.
Good morning, by the way.
Yes.
Ayong buntag.
By the way, what did you say when you got sat on that pig?
Ah,
Pig on a
forget.
pig.
Pig on a pig. Of course I said
I
that.
asked
Of
her.
course I said
I asked
that.
her like, what do you do, what is that? What do you call that? She goes, pig on a pig.
Pig on pig.
And that's where we had Rico's
It was
lechon.
really good.
It
I
was.
enjoyed
It
it.
was. We were a little disappointed because they had tried to close 30 minutes before they were supposed to close, so they were rushing us. They were just like, get out,
Yeah.
basically.
You know when you have that pressure. So when you're trying to eat or like even shop and you have that like last minute like you're like, "Oh my gosh, okay, it's closing. I have to rush for my life." Even though
Yeah.
you don't have to because you're still like if you're half an hour early before closing, you're good,
Yeah.
right? But still you have that feeling. That was like like extra.
Yeah.
Extra.
Like we thought we were there an hour before close that it would be okay, but no, they wanted us out. We were gone. We were pushed right out actually, half an hour before they actually closed. So that's the only thing. Otherwise,
It
everything
was
was
amazing.
great.
It
Yeah.
was amazing.
Yeah, and we didn't know that they have like a lechon beef sort of thing, right?
Yeah. Oh, I forget what it was called.
Yeah.
But it was It was like lechon something something.
Yeah, it
But
was really
beef,
good.
and that was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last year, even my grandma's roof got blown away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got to move that actually, so I'm gonna quickly just fix that
You
so that
should
it.
put it like at the top or something, and then that way it doesn't cover us.
There we go. There we
See,
go.
big brains. Big
brains.
brains.
Big brains. I didn't realize it didn't wrap. Actually,
Yeah,
it would
I
have wrapped
know.
if I squished it.
All
Oh
good.
well,
It's all
it's
good.
all good. Yeah. So it was quite a bit different. Wait,
I guess we have.
our connection is bad. We have extremely fast internet here.
Damn. That's no. It should be okay. It might. Okay, we have a 20-second delay.
Yeah.
Because that's just how the live streaming works.
Yeah, but
And
that's not
otherwise,
gonna affect his.
yeah.
How about we do a poll, guys? Let us know. Wi-Fi good? Wi-Fi bad? Is the stream slow? Like last time, sort of thing. Please let us know.
Yeah.
We can try to reduce things or something like that. This is the first person saying that, so let us know. We have a 20-second gap, and then we will try to correct things accordingly. I'll drop it to 720p or something.
But at least we don't have any. Oops, sorry, I bumped it. But normally at the bottom it tells us if there's anything.
Yeah, we're not
going on.
getting any warnings on
So
ours today.
It could
so.
easily be the other side.
Yeah.
Anyways, so yeah, the mall was really cool. I like malls just because shopping. Shopping is nice. Although I feel like I don't tend to buy stuff at malls. Really, I'd rather go thrift shopping than buy something from a store at full price. Like for $20, you can get a lot if you go thrift shopping, as opposed to just buying maybe one shirt at a store. So that's why I tend to I want to go thrift shopping, but it's harder here in the Philippines to do that.
Yeah, and on a big thing for us is it's hard to buy things when we know we only have a temporary place.
Oh yeah,
right.
That's
And if you're traveling with just a suitcase, or when we were just a backpack, that kind of thing, you only have so much limited room as well. But yeah, buying something, but we know that we're moving, doesn't make a lot of sense. Once we've moved to some place that we're like, okay, this is our semi-permanent place, that kind of thing.
yeah.
Then we can look for things that we want to have. So we do a lot of window shopping right now, and only buy small items, that kind of thing, because it just makes more sense, obviously.
Right.
So, yeah. But we do buy things. We don't always show everything we buy, obviously.
Oh, it's called Lechon Vaca.
Thank you. That's what it was.
Equals
Baca.
cow
Yeah.
in Cebuano.
The lechon cow. Perfect.
Vaca.
Baca. It sounds better that way, right? So this here you see behind us here, that was this
SM.
is the SM Mall.
The seaside one.
And they because of Odette, they still hadn't reopened a lot. And but also I believe it was built. Then of course the pandemic happened, and then they had this massive typhoon.
Right.
And so it's like they were
It was,
already
never
behind the
ending.
eight ball.
That sucks. That sucks if you opened or finished right before pandemic.
Yeah.
And then you didn't even get to be like, hey, look at our new
Exactly.
building. Oh, just kidding, it's pandemic. You guys can't leave your house.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, now we're ready. And it's like typhoon, and you're like, seriously?
Yeah, exactly. And a skating rink here, again, we would have done it, but we were like, okay, we're going to go do this, and we're going to go do this. And so then it was like,
There's too much pressure.
when we
skating,
lived there, we'd go skating.
Yeah, skating is nice when you don't have anything else to do, because then you're just going around the rink, and you're like, okay, well, I have to go grocery shopping next. I have to do this, da. So I can't skate. I can't skate and enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly.
Hi, Mallory. Hi, everybody.
So anyway, so yeah, it was really great. It's not comparable to Manila because it's different in Manila. But,
this was cool.
Oh yeah, this was hilarious. I don't know what's up, but this one guy, as you can see, he thought it was totally appropriate, and she jumped in there. No parent jumped in. Bianca jumped in and said,
kids,
"You need to stop this. There's children everywhere."
And I was like, ew.
I'm sorry. And what did you call him?
What was
he?
The
Twerkosaurus.
That was good.
And oh my God, you were on the floor laughing. So.
That was fun.
Oh my God. We were really surprised and shocked by that. That's for sure.
I loved it, but I'm like, this is also like supposed to be child friendly.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm like, I don't know. Legally, I feel like this shouldn't be happening.
Right. But not. We were the only ones that had a problem with it. So maybe it's just us.
Maybe we're prudes.
Right. Maybe that's what. Yeah.
We're the prudish ones.
Right. Unlikely, but we were shocked by that. That's for sure. And okay, so not many of you watched this video, so we're gonna show you. Like, this was epic. I want you to imagine. We have this Airbnb. It's $200 a night. It has like 5 bedrooms, if you count the bed in the basement. And it had a hot tub on the top floor. It's 4 stories high technically, if you count the basement.
Yeah.
Hot tub on the roof. It had an amazing jet tub in the bathroom.
And okay, the master bedroom was ballin'. Okay, it had like a big ass walk-in closet, and then it even had like you go upstairs and you can sit like in an office space.
Yeah, and with a glass thing, you could look down at the bed. It was really cool. Absolutely insane. But the most insane thing about this house was not all the beautiful amenities of the whole house and all the balconies and everything else. It's the basement, and this basement is
amazing.
Batman.
It's the Batcave.
With Wonder
Woman. With Wonder Woman.
Hey, he needs company.
I mean, I respect his choice.
Yeah, and it had a movie theater. Like.
Yeah, it was really fun. And like the movie theater, it's hard to see, but there's a bed right in front of it. Yeah, and
there you go.
And then so you can literally sleep
with air conditioning.
With a big ass air conditioning too, and just watch movies. It was. We didn't even go in the master bedroom. We didn't even do that. We literally stayed down there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think it was about 200 Canadian. It worked out too. Maybe a little bit higher, but it's on the pricier size. Obviously, it's on the pricier side. Hey, no voice.
Yeah, I would have been like.
I know.
I would have died.
But yeah, this place was in absolute insane. But the good thing is because it had so many beds and so many bedrooms, a bunch of adults could get together, each take a bedroom, and it brings the price down, right? So if you had a large group or a family or a corporate event or something like that, this would have been epic to rent. Yeah.
It's honestly because they have so many bedrooms, you can pull it and get it. Close to that Airbnb you stayed in, there's a haunted mansion.
Oh my God!
Are you
now
serious?
You tell us.
Wait, is it okay? Can we visit the mansion, or does somebody live in it
or something?
And then you're like, ooh, there's monsters in there.
Or you go in there and there's somebody squatting or something.
Right.
You know,
like. Could I legally go into the mansion and be like, okay, ghost hunting in Cebu, let's go.
Right.
Happy Halloween, baby.
Yeah. So
I would do that.
That makes a big difference for sure. But yeah, this place was insane. We're just bad at thumbnails apparently because not many people watched it, and we're like, "Are you kidding? This was so cool." Yeah. We thought for sure everybody'd be like, "Oh my God, let's see what $200 a night gets you."
But maybe we're just more nerdy, and we're like, "Oh my God."
Maybe it's us. Maybe it's us. Like we even removed the Batcave cover because it got nothing. Like with the Batman and you, no.
We get impressed easily.
Maybe.
Especially by nerdy things. So.
Maybe that's what it was. It's our nerdiness. Yeah, comics on the wall, everything. It's gonna skip out of this soon. I think I left too big of a clip for this one. I only wanted to. It is cool.
Oh, it's 7:20 a.m. 7:20 a.m. Yeah, in Costa Rica.
Oh yeah. Hola from Costa Rica. Okay.
Masters Dragon Peak in Cebu. A boat on top of a mountain. What? Did it come here? Did it go there? Like, was it brought there or was it just thrown there? That's the question. Anyways,
Yeah, that's pretty terrible. Yeah, the Temple of Leia though.
That was amazing. That was wild. Look at this, like the clouds on the trees and stuff. Man.
Yeah, that was insane. This place.
Yeah, yeah.
It was incredible. Like
It is
to
literally.
to imagine that some rich guy just like, okay,
That's
my
super
wife
dope.
passed away, but I want to memorialize her forever,
Yeah.
and builds this, and it's still being constructed,
Yeah, it's not done, and like
and
it's
it may never be done. Who knows?
no.
And yeah, that was absolutely incredible.
I'm just waiting.
You're
for
never
mine.
getting that. No,
I'm waiting
no.
for. I'll build it myself then. Fine. I'll start slowly. But it was really cool. Like and it's just weird how it's like it's just there. It's just there. You know, you like if you don't know what you're looking for, you'll pass by it as well because it's off the road. I mean, and like if you're going to like Tops, in like Cebu Tops, or even the restaurant that we're about to talk about, you take that road. But if you want to get into Temple of Leia, you have to go like on one of the side roads, and it continues up itself. So if you don't realize that, you'll completely miss the just giant temple.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's because that's
It's true.
how. Yeah, we wouldn't have seen it if we were just going to La Vie in the Sky.
Yeah, exactly. It was so cool, honestly, and not something we would have expected. Like when we were in Canada, or when we were thinking of coming to the Philippines, we never thought, oh, we're going to see this giant Roman temple.
Yeah, exactly. And like the story about it is so like heartfelt as well. And
Yeah.
it's kind of cool that it's kind of used as like a memorial as well as like a holding place for all of her collection
Yeah.
things.
Well, yeah, and it continues like forever. It will drive tourism,
Hmm.
which is good, and then all the businesses that surround it, all the people they employ there.
Oh yeah, there's
That will
tons of caretakers.
Yeah, and they'll be there for decades or whatever, maybe forever. Who knows? So there is a lot of benefit from it, and then all the construction workers, right, that are required for it. So it's very beneficial, and it's really cool. And I get on one side where they're like, yeah, but if you just did something charitable on her name, it might have been better or whatever. But sometimes something like this could mean for decades upon decades and decades, it helps the community, helps the people, everything else.
And then
So I try to see the positive
yeah.
in everything.
And then in 2,000 years, we're gonna have like archaeologists be so confused. They're gonna look at it and they're like, I mean, okay, so if like archaeologists in 2,000 years and we're like Egypt, okay, so there's just ruins and stuff, and they're gonna look at the civilization and be like, what the heck is the temple doing here? This makes no sense, and then they'll be a little confused for a bit, and that would be hilarious.
Yeah.
It kind of throws off like, wait, this is Greek, but we're in the Philippines. There's nothing else Greek here. What is going on? I like that.
Yeah, and the trike led us to the wrong temple at first. That's right. I think he just misunderstood, obviously, what we said, because he would have said, "I'm not going all the way."
Yeah,
up there."
he would have been like, heck no, I'm not
Mm-mm.
going to the mountain.
Yeah. Well, we couldn't even get cars to agree to take us up there.
Yeah, it's hardcore.
Yeah. It was pretty bad. But then we finally lucked out. What was his name? Angelo or something?
But yeah, it was kind of like Albanian mountain driving because it was
Yeah.
a lot of curves and stuff. It was really beautiful though. It was really really beautiful to drive up.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's very like you're holding on to the seats and stuff, and you're like, okay, we got this. We're safe. We're fine.
Yeah. But it was a lot of fun. Yeah, Albania was like one lane with buses coming both ways. That's the only.
You know, Albania was worse. Albania was definitely worse, and the road was like smaller.
Yeah. So yeah, it had a little bit more, and it was new pavement. Everything.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
actually pretty good. And then you go further up the mountain, and you at La Vie on the Sky, which we thought that was so cool. And then we found out afterwards this was somebody's home first, and then yeah, that's you and your rocket ship, and you weren't sure you're gonna fit. That was fun. But yeah, this
Good
place
time.
is absolutely gorgeous. And imagine somebody built this as a home, and then they converted it to a French restaurant, and like the decor. in there,
I
oh,
was curious. Was the furniture there before? Like,
Right.
was it part of the house,
Yeah.
or did they add it after? Because that is amazing. It is like amazingly weird, and I love it. It's not my usual aesthetic, but it's got like the chicness of it as well as just like classic vibes, all that good stuff.
Chris, we will let you know, or you can message us, and we'll see what happens. Because we're not sure. Oh, I should pause this.
Yeah.
By the way. We're not sure,
We will
and you
be
guys will find
informed
out real
in
soon.
December.
We might be speeding up when we move,
Yeah.
so we'll let you know. It depends on those 4 days, which 4 days, that kind of thing. But our rule is, if we're around, we're down. That's how it works. We just spent a couple days with new subscriber that came here,
Matthew.
and oh my God, yeah, Matthew MMJ, and
They're so cool.
we'll talk about that near the end.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
let's
but
do that.
Pauline also says the temple earns a lot, I guess, because many go there for their
Oh,
debutant
yeah,
photos.
18th birthday.
And it's true because actually, I was looking at the prices to get in, and like normal admission is really cheap, but if you want to take photos there, it's like 2,400 pesos to do that, just to be for your like not just like normal like tourist photos, but like the debutante or
Yeah,
wedding photos. You have
Yeah.
to pay extra in
Yeah.
order to take it.
And they also have at night. We didn't get to see it, but I saw the board. They'll have a violinist, and they bring in a piano player, and they play one of the pianos, and it's very romantic at night.
Man.
So one day, when we go back, I'm not gonna say ever. Well, of course we're gonna go back.
Yeah.
We will go there at night
No,
because that's gonna be beautiful.
But we also have to take dancing lessons so we could waltz. In the Temple of Leah, like do the dance, do the fancy dance. Just suddenly do it, like break out and dance, and people are gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, is this part of the show?" And we're gonna be like, "No, but we're just spectacular."
2 questions. If we win the Filipino lottery, I don't believe it pays enough to build that Temple of Bianca. And I would actually build it while she's alive and I'm alive, so that we can live in it.
Yeah, exactly. The temple is gonna be our home. Okay, you guys are gonna be like, "Wow, this is a nice monument." And it's like, "What monument? This is a house." And you guys will be a little concerned.
All right, let's keep moving on though, so that we can just chat. So yeah, this family here, or groups of families and friends.
Yeah,
They just
friends.
invited us in. Like we were asking about where's this, where's that, and they're like, you know what, just come on up. Just come on up. We're gonna feed you everything. We got some drinks here. Come enjoy.
Yeah, and
We were just waiting for Airbnb to open. That's all it was.
And we randomly met them because we were driving down towards the beach, which it's hard to see, but it's like right down there.
Yeah.
And so we were just driving down random streets in hopes that we could find like a beach resort that was open, so we could just sit and have a drink or something and like wait for the Airbnb.
And that was in Minganilla.
Yeah.
So that's to the west
Right.
of Cebu.
Yeah, like right near Talisay as well. If you know that, Talisay City.
Yeah, right
Anyways,
after Talisay.
yeah. And so that's what. And then we randomly came across them. We were asking them questions, and then they're just like, "Come up," and they were amazing.
Yeah, they were.
So Philippine hospitality. Coming in
Amazing,
clutch.
amazing people. Yeah, they've been so great. Then this is our Airbnb. They literally had
Monkey.
a monkey, and this guy was vicious though. Like,
Dude, I would not want to be in that cage. Watch.
Ugh, and look at those teeth. Anyway, then we got, of course, we had our own private pool. Like, how cool is that? With a bungalow with all windows facing in. It was.
It was really pretty.
When are those photos going on Instagram? That's what I want to know.
Eventually, okay? I'm just shy. I didn't realize you took a video of it, like, until after, but damn.
Right?
Victoria's Secret, what is up, man? Do you guys need a new angel or something?
Yeah, right?
Anyways, that place was cool because they had a ton of frogs. A ton of, like, just baby frogs. We have a toad outside our house as well. Off topic. But yeah, they had so many little frogs, and so it was raining that one night, and because the backyard had really nice lights, it was like very ambient and stuff, and then you just see all these frogs just jumping around, and I was like, this is heaven. Thank God the cats aren't here, because they would probably like try to eat all of them.
Yeah, definitely. So anyway, we loved that place too, and it was a lot cheaper than Batman, so, very happy about that. And it was a great stay. And then we were told by the people that we had lunch with, they're like, oh, just drive up the mountain right beside the church. There's a place to eat. Well, we drove up the mountain. There was nothing beside the church.
Yeah.
So I don't know if the directions got mixed up or they hadn't been pre-pandemic or something like that, since the pandemic. But we kept driving for the heck of it. And we were just like, oh, well, we'll just keep going up. And it just, it's crazy because you go up there and there's almost nothing. You'll be driving and there's nothing on both sides, that kind of thing. And then all of a sudden we come up to this place, and it was so gorgeous. Like, everybody pulled over to the side of the road, people playing.
There's the bridge right beside this place, and you just see both sides. It's like 360.
Yeah, the bridge right here. Yeah, exactly. And people just pull off to go there, and you can see both sides. You got the mountain and the valley on both sides. The food was amazing.
And obviously, food is better when there's a nice view.
Of course.
Of myself.
But the food was really good
Kidding.
regardless, I gotta
Yeah,
tell you.
yeah,
It was,
it was really cool.
yeah, considering you're way up in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, and we just happened by it because we were like, okay, so that food hub place wasn't really open. So we're like, is there any other food places here? And then that was like the only place. And so we were very lucky that we ended up finding it.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
Okay, do you remember the name of this?
Okay,
Monastery
it's
of
the
the Eucharist.
of the
Holy Eucharist, thank you.
Put some respect on
And
the holy.
so the reason this is so incredible is just in a few years they built this. Like when I say a few, like
in
10
a few
years,
I was built.
like,
What do you mean?
Are you that? No, we're talking like 10 years. So for them to just set up a bunch of farms and then all of a sudden they just like start building literally the largest castle you've ever seen.
Right.
In the middle of literally nowhere, and built an entire economy around it. Like there's a whole town around it now.
Oh yeah. Like you go, so you come from the town, and then you start taking this long like road up, and you're like, okay, we're going up another hill. And then there's nothing. There's like not really many stores, but then more and more stores come, and then more and more, and there's literally like a whole town around this place.
Yeah.
And so you're like, okay.
Absolutely massive, and they're not done. They're just going to keep building and building and building.
Yeah.
Somebody had said that at some point they're going to become the largest castle in the world, because it is more castle-like than anything else. And so anyway, that was incredible. And just to be able to, like, you're just driving along, and then you're like, oh, we should go here, and we just drive up this long road. Not something we would have ever expected. We expected really old churches, those kind of things, cathedrals.
Right.
But that was an entirely different thing altogether. That
was on its own level.
Yeah, exactly. And then, of course, we continued down to Oslo. Yes. But before we got to Oslo, here we go. We show up.
It's also called that, yeah.
We show up here, and there's a sign on the side of the highway, and it just says monkeys.
Monkey viewing.
And we're like,
and I'm like, I want to look at monkeys.
Okay, we'll pull over.
We're like, okay. That sounds like a good time to me.
And it's not a zoo. It's not a cage. Like it says on his shirt, wild monkeys. They go off into the woods when nobody's giving them free bananas.
Yeah.
Bananas and mangoes.
There's no like cage or anything.
Nope. They just have, and everybody there is a volunteer. So all the people that they have around are just volunteers, and the tips all go to paying for the food. So they go in a box that you tip into that, and it's just donation only. So pay what you can type thing. And then they just let you feed them. And remember, at first you were like, how do I feed them? Is it hard? Is it difficult? Right here. And then the monkey just takes it. And you're like, oh, wait, that was easier than I thought.
Yeah, and he just throws a little ring.
And then the other guy's like, he grabbed the bowl. He's like, just give me one.
They are, man, like, okay, they're not aggressive in the normal sense, like the one we saw at the Airbnb. Yeah. They're aggressive as in, like, they want the food and they want it now. Like, they're like, I don't want to wait for you to hand it to me one at a time. I want the...
Don't look.
I want the food now. And it was cool. Obviously, they're wild monkeys, so you don't be dumb. Okay, if you do end up going, don't be dumb. Like, don't start smiling at them and pretending you're, like, gonna take their leader on or whatever, because they're still wild. But they're really nice. They're really nice.
Yeah, definitely.
They just want to get fed. They're gonna be the tubbiest monkeys ever.
Oh yeah.
Man,
yeah,
they're lucky.
Yeah. The monkeys were absolutely amazing. You wanted to they're like, can I just go back? Can I just go back?
I want to just stay there, man. I want to volunteer there.
But the only thing that enticed you away was that whale
sharks. Yeah.
You're like, wait a minute. I can see monkeys in many places, but not many often do I get to see these massive gentle giants. I just have to look in
the mirror and then.
Right. Your people.
And then, no, but yeah, like it was really cool. I definitely, if we go back there, when we go back there, not if, we're definitely gonna go back there. I'm gonna be spending time there.
Yeah, exactly.
And you could bring your own food, like, and whatever monkeys eat, you're allowed to bring it.
Yeah, as long as it's fruit and vegetables.
Yeah, monkey food, you know.
Monkey food.
Don't bring like.
Don't bring bread.
Pizza.
Yeah, no, they don't want that. Yeah, so then we went to Oslo, and we got into this hotel, and see what she looked, right? Often I would just be like, hey, you go look on a garden.
Man, oh my
There she goes. There she goes. Where are you going?
I know.
Get back in here.
Tell the story.
And and she showed it, but it had all these stairs, 280 stairs.
I told him. I literally warned him. I was like,
you got green on
okay,
your sleeves again.
yeah, okay, it doesn't matter. I told him, I was like, not this place because it has a ton of stairs. Not that place. Does he not book that place?
Okay.
Does he not book that place?
So but we had seen a lot of the options. We saw the prices and we were like, wow, we've already spent too much money on the other Airbnb and stuff like that. And the video did terrible. So we were like, oh, we lost money on that one. Big time. So we said, okay, we gotta be a little more reasonable with our budget. You know, we were already halfway through the trip, close. And you don't like leaving it there? Here, play it actually. Anyway, so we booked this and we were absolutely floored. Forget the stairs, okay? Take away the stairs.
Yeah.
Everything else, magical.
Yeah, the stairs, okay, it only sucks because we went at like nighttime to go to 7-Eleven. You can't you can't leave. That's the thing. You can't leave unless
if you go to this resort, just stay down there.
Just stay down there. Yeah, exactly. And so wait, this is a nice pause. But yeah, no, and you booked it on Airbnb.
Yeah.
Right? But it would have been cheaper if I just
had booked it on
Ogata. And like I even told him, like, so you paid more and you didn't even heed my warning.
About the stairs.
I even warned him because I knew
But it was worth it.
It was worth it, okay?
In the end, we ain't complained. It was great.
I would have loved that place without the stairs, but it was still cool.
Oh,
and they like once you are at the bottom, obviously you are like right there at the water, the ocean water, yeah. And so it was really cool because they had stuff that you could go and scuba dive yourself. No, scuba dive? No, snorkel. Yep. You could snorkel yourself. So they had those masks as well as like life jackets, so you could just go out there and just start looking. And should I tell the story now?
Well, they had the better masks too, the full sealed ones, not a separate thing and all that stuff.
And it was really cool because we did go whale shark watching, like we did that. But when we also were just snorkeling ourselves.
Which is coming up in the video.
Okay, that's why I said, should I say it now?
No, I just thought of it. Because I was like, wait, how's this going? So yeah, there's the stairs. That's how far you have to go from the top one all the way to the bottom. Unbelievable place, though. Otherwise, if you're fit, who cares, right? Do it.
Yeah, and you don't have to carry your luggage down, which was a nice thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, Eric, I know, my friend. I know. Sorry about that. We chose to use one microphone because we keep having issues with our live streams, and we didn't want to have any further issues. And so I said, okay, I'm just going to use one. And so we're sharing, so it's a little further away as opposed to really close to your face. We're just trying to be as loud as possible. So sorry about that. Hopefully you can turn up your volume and you'll be good, hopefully. Anyway, we had a romantic dinner. It was so great. The food was fantastic. We were like, we're the only ones there. How good's the food going to be?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Of course, it's the best. It was the best.
No, everything, the service, everybody was so great. We were shocked that we were the only people there. Very happy about that, by the way.
It's because we were there on a Wednesday or something.
It was a Wednesday, and it's rainy season.
Yeah.
So they could be crazy busy when you go. Who knows? But yeah, everything was so fresh. Really enjoyed it. We had a great time. But the biggest thing for us was we got to go whale sharks. And so that's exactly where we ended up going. Look at you.
Terrifying.
And yeah, a lot of people stayed right by the boat, but you went right out. That was cool. Too bad we didn't get the flippers. We should have, but they're really hard to get in that boat with those flippers on. It would have been a pain.
And I would have been kicking people.
Oh,
Look
yeah.
at me.
Oh, yeah.
I would have been kicking. There's not a lot of room.
No.
There isn't a lot of room when it comes to where the whale sharks are.
Yeah.
Where you
because since most people hang on to the boat, they make sure the feeding when they throw their chum in the water is very close to the boat too, and so
the size of him.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Tubby,
They're
man.
so big, and these are juvenile males, by the way. The majority of them are juvenile males.
Yeah.
And so they imagine how big they do get. You know, you can just imagine. Look at that. Look at the size of the mouth.
Suction.
This was epic. We absolutely enjoyed this like you can't even believe.
Yeah, it was quite interesting.
Yeah, we had such a good time. And I lost my wedding ring.
Like a freaking pleb, man.
I'm supposed
whose ass is that?
Right? Right? I know people are like, how dare you? And I'm like, you know what? She loves. You work hard for your body, you got to show it off. That's the way it works. I work hard for
Who?
my body.
Me? I work hard for my.
Yeah, there are lots of times you don't want to eat. What are you talking about?
There are times
That's
where
not
I
eat. That's
barely,
working hard.
I barely don't eat, or no, I don't even know.
I don't even know why it's not
I
pausing.
don't even. Okay. Anyways, it was really cool. It was really cool. Yeah, he lost his wedding ring. He even watched me take mine off, and I was literally right in front of him, taking them off, taking off my necklace, taking off everything. He's like, "No, it's fine. It's fine."
Yeah, it never falls off. It's so tight on me that I never ever lose it. I can shower, I can get soapy, nothing. But wow.
Who has a wedding ring and who doesn't?
We're gonna get that fixed soon. Don't worry. Our bank account got frozen and everything else, so let's not forget that.
It's okay. Honestly, the whale sharks, they are blinged out.
Yeah, and not only did our bank account get frozen, but this morning, our other bank account was frozen. So it could be nothing. It could be because we used a bank machine last night, and we never used that account because we always use the other account.
Yeah, we always use that.
And they might be like, "Whoa, what is this?" So when I call them after the
stuff?
stream, we can find out if they literally have to send us another card because somebody's scamming on the other one. But I checked it last night, so I know, like, if they scammed us while we slept last night. Yeah. And or it's just because they thought it was unusual because we never use it. Because we had no choice this time, we had to use another account. So we may have no bank account. We'll see. We'll all have to find out, right? Hello from Kuwait.
Only
Beautiful.
in Oslo, Cebu, no other place on earth that you could actually swim to one. They only see you in an aquarium. Oh.
Well, I'm only going to say this, though. I want you to be right. But they do offer them in Mexico. They take a boat from Cancun and they take you out. And
whale shark.
And they take you out. But what they do is they don't feed them like that. They take you out on the boat, and you could spend hours while they search for them. And it's only during mating season that they bring you out there, and you can jump in the ocean. So it's
mating season. They're like, hey.
Yeah. So it's only, I believe, July and August. It's the worst time to go to Mexico, basically. But that's the only way you can swim with the whale sharks. So it's not the same. You're 100% correct on that. But yeah. I put on 4 kilograms since watching your vlog. David.
Same.
David from Australia. Hello, David.
So yeah.
Don't worry, we put on more.
This is the snorkeling that we were talking about.
Right.
That the resort offered to us. Okay, so yeah, they had stairs, but if you can manage the stairs, you get to like party in the ocean with sea turtles.
Right, and while you were going, without a camera there, unfortunately.
I know. Okay, he was ahead of me because he was excited to see turtles. Meanwhile, I'm just like taking my time. I'm like, oh my gosh, look at these tiny fishies. Look at the like little corals, all that good stuff. I get distracted easily, so it just makes sense for me to take longer. Suddenly, a whale shark is just passing by with a little fish on its belly. You know, like the ones the little sucker fish. Yep. And I'm just like, are you kidding me right now? First of all, I was like, it came out of nowhere, so I was like shocked as well as like, oh wow. And then I was trying to yell at him, but he was too busy looking at turtles.
My head's underwater. I can't hear her.
Yeah, and then so it just passed by. It seemed like it was probably going over to get fed. But yeah, he was just swimming by, just chilling. And I'm like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
I just paid to see you. And now you're
exactly.
Now you're giving it to
technically,
me for free?
if you love just going out snorkeling, you don't have to pay anybody. Just go to that resort and just swim out.
Yeah, and it's because like the whale shark feeding was like 5 kilometers.
Yeah,
away.
And it ends at 10. So then after that they move around, right? And we were a kilometer away from there, so they just swim around that area.
Oh yeah, 1 kilometer, 5 kilometers. 1
no,
kilometer?
1.
Oh, 1 kilometer then.
Yeah, by water. Like if you went on the road, it might be slightly longer.
Yeah, but it was. We
were
really close.
Well, I showed it actually not in this drone footage that we just showed, but I do have it in the drone footage. And my drone, I can go 2 kilometers if it has line of sight, but I can only go about 1 kilometer if there's trees in the way and that kind of thing from me seeing it. Right. And so I know it's about 1 kilometer away. It's very close.
Yeah, it was really cool though, because I was like, wow, and they're just chilling. It was just chilling, passing me. He was probably like confused, like, what is this thing? Can I feed me? He probably thought I was gonna feed him.
Yeah, it was.
I probably looked like one of the people, like swimming. Like I was the one swimming beside the boat, right? So it looks like I'm gonna feed them.
Can you show us that again? Wow.
It was good. It was cool.
All right, and then when that you weren't in with me on this one, but once we got in Boal,
Wow, wow.
we got into the Airbnb. You were exhausted. I said, okay, I'm gonna go try to get a haircut, and I'm gonna check out the town. And I went to the wet market and the dry market, and everybody was so cool. These are some
It
swordfish
seemed
here.
massive when I did pass by when we were like
Oh
going
yeah,
out.
the
It's huge.
whole
It's a
yeah.
huge thing.
And the thing about there is I found out while I was down there is half the pier that they have there was all destroyed by Odette, and so they're rebuilding it, and it was almost done. So it was going to be done very very soon. And the funny thing is I was doing this walk around downtown Mobile, and I thought, okay,
Look at the size of his eye.
it's a nice town. It's really nice, and everybody's friendly. We had a great time. Like this little kid here had the most perfect English, and he's like 4, and he's got jewelry on, and he's got bracelets, and he's like,
He's just
oh, it's
hanging
all,
out in a truck.
and he's got the best English, and he's like, yo, what's up? And he called me over, and his father's just sitting there on the track, right? And I was just like, wow, like, dude, and he's so like forward, and yeah, there you go. There's his chain. Oh, it's
Nice.
silver.
Ballin'.
But yeah, he was balling, and he was so cool. But yeah, I met all kinds of people and everything, and so I thought that was Mobile. I didn't realize this was the Mobile that most tourists see. They don't stay in the downtown; they go down to the coast.
Yeah.
And we met subscribers. We were just sitting there drinking, and they're like, "We watch your show.
Oh,
Come on over." They were the coolest people. We bought them all drinks, but this place was insane. And the reason that we said like best nightlife, that kind of thing, is yeah, we've been to Makati, we've been to Manila, we've been to all these places where they have nightclubs. The nightclub gets packed, 100%. We're not saying it isn't. This is a little different, where you have a whole district, and not only are all the bars packed, but then they fill the streets.
Yeah. There was
And
like street partying
right,
happening.
and everywhere else we go, we don't see a lot of Western foreigners. Okay, partying, that kind of thing. We see some, but not as many. Mobile has them all apparently, and I didn't know this at the time because I was just shocked. I was just like, "Where's all these Westerners coming from?"
Yeah, we're like
And then
suddenly you're
we
just
found
like,
out
what?
50% of the population of that town is Westerners, and so now it kind of made a lot more sense, right? But Don was awesome inviting us there. It was amazing party. It's crazy to see everybody spill out into the streets and just
It
fill
was
the
nice.
streets and
Yeah,
everything.
it was
Yeah,
really cool. Obviously, because it gets hot in clubs, right?
yeah,
And so when you go out to the street, you get a little bit of coolness, but you can still like hang out and dance.
right.
Because the music is loud enough that you can still dance to it on the street, right? So it was a good time.
Yeah.
Good time all around.
Oh yeah. So amazing. And so we
Thank you.
yeah, thank you so much. We are loving and living our lives, that's for sure. So yeah, the nightlife there. If you were looking for a hot spot, there were some. If you were a single lady or a single guy, that's where you want to go because that is like there's other places where if you're a single guy and you just want to find a bar girl, well, that's different. You can go to other places for that. But this one was just like single people mingling everywhere,
Yeah.
nightclub sort of thing, and nobody's asking, for like you don't have dancers on stages and stuff like that kind of thing. I'm trying to
Yeah, it's different
tweak my
from
words.
like Fields Avenue versus there.
Yeah. And by the way, we will be getting to that very soon. We're almost through these clips. Then we will give you our impressions.
Yeah.
Very close, very close. Because this one,
This was fun.
this was epic.
This was probably the best time we had.
It because it's the adventure, right? And
Yeah.
and it pushes you to your limits. And like this was so high up in the air. This was incredibly high up in the air. It's hard to even show in a camera. And it is. I've been on a lot of zip lines, that kind of thing, and I have never seen one this long, this high for a single run. I've done a tower to tower to tower, but this one was incredible. And it's a
And
good way to
it's
start.
It's safe. You either walk 45 minutes to go to this, or you take that and you walk 10 minutes.
Right, exactly.
So it makes more sense for us to do the
Oh
zip
yeah,
line.
yeah. Even though it cost extra, it was well worth it. Also, I want to point out these guys were also cool, and they were subscribers also.
Yeah.
And we were just standing there, and then he's like, "By the way, we watch your
By the
show,"
way.
and I was like, "Wow, that's awesome," because we were just commenting about his cool camera that he had, and
Yeah, he's
like
the
the sun,
DJI, the mini DJI.
but he had it in a
in a waterproof case as well. And it's cool because the camera's so small, like smaller than our GoPro,
Oh yeah.
right? And so it's obviously more like carryable, you
Yeah.
know. So that was really cool. We were definitely
Yeah, and so this is
loving on that.
exhilarating. And we told the guy, listen, we got to drive. We have a long drive back to Cebu City. We kind of want the expedited one. Well, guess what? The expedited one still took almost 4 hours.
Yeah, we were like, can we get it done in 2? And he's like,
And he said, yeah, we'll try.
yeah,
And it was 4.
Yeah.
And we did not complain once. Yeah, honestly, like
It was worth it.
and we only missed a few. This is funny. We don't. There's no sound on it, but yeah, our video actually did better than it looks. Whoa.
Don't pause it there.
Yeah, I like that.
No,
I like that.
No.
Oh, wait, right here. There you go.
That's cool.
But we got copyright claimed. Some guy claimed that he owns This Is Sparta, and he has 3 subscribers because he made a mixtape with This Is Sparta in his mix song.
Yeah.
And he claimed that our thing, so our video got taken down after an hour. We already had over 1,000 views on it and all these likes and everything. And then we now have a month-long battle with him for the next 30 days because to fight him on it.
We just took it down, and we're like, okay,
well, no, it's still there, but because we're fighting him.
Oh, yeah. Heck, yeah. No, you don't get to do that.
Him win.
And then we just redid it with our voices.
With our own voices.
So suck it for one, and enjoy our voices.
Enjoy our This Is Sparta and your madness.
Man, I haven't even watched it. I only know the line.
Oh yeah.
I haven't watched it. Well, okay, mainly because I do like ancient. Like,
well, and people use it in clips all the time too.
Yeah, but I'm also like Sparta is very violent, so I'm like, the shoot. I'm like, it's cool. I get it. Sword fights, stabbings.
Yeah.
Sparta.
Anyway, that was our little unique thing. But this was the most epic day that we ever had because it was just never-ending adventure.
That looks like it's nothing.
Yeah.
But okay.
I know people said like, "Oh, you guys didn't do any big jumps." That was actually a bigger one. The camera's just not doing any.
Yeah,
justice.
it's just because the camera has like a little bit of a fisheye effect, so we can get the wide shots.
Yeah.
And so sometimes it's
Even
hard
if you're
to see
close up.
field of like depth.
Yeah.
But no, they're tall. Okay, when you're looking at it from the top, you're like, oh, okay, that's.
Yeah.
We did it, but the only one we didn't do was the 10-foot one, just because. Okay, I did it once, and that was good for me. That was good. Okay, it takes a lot of balls, and I was like, I'm already you just get anxious every time you go to jump.
Yeah.
Even though if you've already done it, it doesn't matter. You still look down and you're like, wow, I'm gonna die. Even though you're not, because you've done it.
And
but
people are doing it in front of you.
Yeah, but it's like dealing with all that, like working yourself up to it. It gets tiring, man. It gets tiring. So you're like, nah. No. Let's go to the 7-foot one.
Yeah, and then when we went behind the waterfalls, you don't understand that the current is pushing.
Oh my god.
You're fighting. Like, it looks like she's effortless, but the guide is literally dragging her so that he can get, us through this place. It was fight.
We had the best guide, by the way. We had the
Shout
most
out to Neil, by the way.
He was amazing, okay? First of all, he's been going up and down these falls since he was a child.
Like when it wasn't a tourist attraction.
Before it was a tourist destination, he and his friends were already playing around and, like, doing it. So he probably helped build, like, the paths, Like, he helped, like, show the pathways and everything. And so he was just hilarious, as in, like, all his commentary was just amazing and fun. And he was very knowledgeable about the whole thing. And he would give us tips and stuff. It's like, okay, make sure you step here, don't step there, blah, blah, blah. Make sure you, like, everything. And so it was really cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Really
and actually, before we go any further, guys, later on today, we will be introducing members. We've been holding off on that sort of thing because we were, like, just too busy, to be quite honest. And we just figured, we'll wait till you're bigger, that kind of thing. There's no point if 2 people signed up as members. It wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So anyway, members will be available. And what we're going to do is every week, because we have so much content that we can't put out because there's just too much. We're going to give you other content, and as well as like a recap or whatever, just cool stuff that we can get. We'll make it all members only. You guys can watch that. And we made the memberships as cheap as most people. Nobody does it as low as ours, I don't think. It's only about $3.80 US for the look. We only have 2 tiers anyway. But you get everything no matter what. So we made it cheap. It'll be there later on today. That's a month, by the way. And so not only will you get access to that weekly video or more, depending if we just have, let's give it to members. We might give you more. We'll see. But we're giving you one a week. And when you comment anywhere, even on normal videos, you will be highlighted. It'll show you differently. So You'll always stand out because you're a member, and it's
All that good stuff.
yeah, it's all that good stuff. So I just want to let you know later on today, it'll be available on our channel. It'll say join instead of just subscribe. It'll say join. That's what that is, just so you guys know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we never wanted to make it about money or anything. So you will always be here. So don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then here we go. We went to Cebu IT Park and we got to meet with Alex from Living Abroad, who is another
Right.
YouTuber, and he's putting out a video any day now. He said this weekend with us. He interviewed us as well.
Whoa.
And so,
Look at
yeah. And so we went to this, and the street food there, it's the best of. So basically, people are like, well, where's the chicken heads and the intestines and that kind of thing. They're doing it for like Cebu IT parks like BGC, right? And so it's more of a upper higher tier, even
And
though
you
the
want-
prices were really good. By the way,
Yeah, the prices were really good. It's more about getting different foods.
yeah.
That's
And so
the thing.
they choose the vendors so that not everybody's the same,
Yeah.
and they want like the gourmet of the street food.
Yeah.
So if you were to go down to the beach, you might find this awesome guy who makes these mussels, or was it mussels? I think so, right? Or clams? I don't remember.
Oysters.
Oysters. Thank you. Oysters. Thank you.
They're all the same.
Yeah, yeah. So these oysters. So somebody would be making a really awesome oyster baked with cheese, sort of thing. That's the kind of thing they put them in there, and they make every food unique, and the prices were actually very reasonable considering Cebu IT Park. Nothing else is cheap. Boom. That was definitely
Yeah, it was
really good.
it was really good price, and you can see how like crazy it gets. We were there at a good time. We got a table really easily,
Yeah.
but then later they're like vultures almost. The lady
Yeah.
who did get our table was really nice, but they stand and like if you look like you're done, they will just stand there and they'll be like
Yeah.
just staring at you, waiting
Exactly.
for you to
Yeah.
get up. But yeah, the lady who did get our table was nice. She was like, "Are you sure you're okay? Like it was like, yeah, take the table. We're done."
Yeah. And we do a lot more things that are like the smaller things. We're not making a video about it. We do all kinds of things when we're down there. Because for us, if anybody is new to our channel, it's about finding where we're going to live next. That's the most important thing for us.
Yeah.
And then we do a few touristy things now and then. Sometimes we're not doing touristy things, and we're still showing you that. But for the most part, it's let's see what the neighborhoods are like. What's the sidewalks like? How easy is it to get in and out of the city? Because we don't want to
Yeah.
live in a city. We want to live on the outskirts and come
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
Those are all the kind of things. How's the internet? How's the cell phone signal? All that kind of stuff all matter for us determining where we're going
Yeah,
to move
like
next.
we obviously, and the thing is, when it comes to tourist stuff, most of it will always be there, right?
Oh, yeah.
And so we can always go back to it.
Yeah, we can do it later.
We plan to live here, so it's not like we'll be too far away if we want to go. Like if we want to come back to Boracay, we'll be able to do that. Once we leave, of course. But because if we're already here, we don't need to. Anyways, and so that's why we want to make sure we experience the things we need to experience, as in what he said about like how living there would work. And then when it comes to tourism stuff, we can always kind of experience some of it and then come back.
Right. Exactly. And as you can see here, then we ended up at the oldest church in the oldest city, because we're in Cebu City. And we didn't realize it was older and that like it was discovered first. And the fact that this church goes back to not this exact building, but go back to the 1500s.
The location.
Yeah, the church that was there in its place before that. Well, the cross was there, which
Yes,
it's
the
encased.
cross was
it's encased in there. That's another one, but
yeah,
it's encased.
and you can see that they put like resin on it, so it'll protect the wood.
Yeah.
'Cause it's an old.
Yeah, well, yeah. So when Magellan went there, that's where he shoved it in the ground, and where they all began. And then 6 years later, they moved it up to what is now Manila. So where they
the
moved the
capital.
city. Yeah,
Yes,
because
yes.
they discover here, then they start traveling out here. They start a new city, and they're like, okay, new capital, and moved it up there. But the only thing I was gonna I said it in the video, same thing is. I'm shocked there's not a sidewalk. You have to walk on the road to all the way around that church. No sidewalk at all. You would think that.
Yeah, you.
So that was our only
make
complaint.
It like pavilion almost. So
Yeah.
you would have like more walkway.
Because it's a tourist attraction with people all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And for like mass as well, because they
Yeah.
hold mass. So
Oh,
a lot
yeah.
of people go there regularly.
Yeah.
So sidewalks would be good,
It would be good.
and it would be good for
Well, in the back
beautification.
end, they have the town park and all
Yes,
that stuff.
yeah. So on the one
But I
side they
meant the
have it.
road around, not the like to get to that area. And then the beautiful park here was really nice. We couldn't believe it. Like these benches are available. There's not that many people wandering there. So it was a great night. This restaurant. This is last night's video, by the way. A lot of people asked if you look in the comments. I did say what the name of the restaurant is. It does not show up in Google Maps. Just go to the port. You can't miss it. It looks like a boat. It's the top of a building and it's in the shape of a
And
boat.
there's LED lights going on.
If you're at night, yeah.
That's why I was like, "What is that place?"
Yeah.
And that's the first
wanna
thing
go
I was
there.
like, "I want to whatever that is. Let's go there."
Yeah, we highly recommend it. That food was amazing there, and they got a guy like singing, and the breeze and the view and everything else. And there we go. That
was our little mix.
Yeah,
mix
yeah,
of
yeah,
our,
yeah.
Of our trip.
so. Let's. Where are we? Actually, I'm gonna put it on a better background.
Do the Oslo. Oslo was cool.
It takes a while, but we'll just
Okay, you can skip through it, no? I guess you can.
can't reach my fast forward thing.
Okay, let it play in the background for a little bit.
Okay.
What
So I'm
is-
gonna make our camera bigger. You talk.
What is the one thing you would recommend to do in Boracay? Boracay.
What do you pick?
What would? Oh, I
We
don't
like
know.
Magic Island and all that. That was
Yeah.
really cool.
Okay. If you're coming as like tourism activity, island hopping is really good. So that's where you go to like the Magic Island. It depends on what kind of tour you're doing. So Magic Island is a good one. Because that was really fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And
Especially-
the whole thing, like we went snorkeling there also. Like,
It was cool.
and that was even
snorkeling
on a
there.
rainy day where they had to like
Yeah,
change
it
it
was.
up.
Oh yeah, and like when we were doing our island hopping, right at the end when we were coming back to the shore, it started pouring, and we could see even the clouds behind us were pouring. So we were like, go, 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 and then obviously once we got to the beach, it started pouring on us. But it was cool. It
Yeah.
was cool.
Yeah. And Rowley, right?
Raleigh.
Raleigh?
Oh yeah, our tour guide.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly. Sorry.
Something Boracay. Help me out. Reggae Boracay? No.
Oh, Bob Marley.
Bob Marley of Boracay. Thank you. Bob Marley of Boracay. There you go.
There you go. That's the one.
That's the one. The twerking dinosaur.
That is like that's classic. That's a classic. I'm gonna get a T-Rex outfit just so I can do that,
Yeah, exactly.
and nobody will know. How will they know?
I'm not sure where those falls are, but yes, all waterfalls are absolutely amazing and beautiful, and we definitely want to go to those
Yeah.
because, waterfall. But we were already going to these ones, and so like other people are like, you didn't go to this church or this cathedral or that, and it's like, yeah, but we went to several. We just can only do so much at one trip, but we live here forever now, so we'll be around.
Yeah, and if you guys have any other places that have canyoneering, like let us know because I
That
want
was
to.
so cool.
Also, I recommend don't wear a bikini, okay, guys? Some of the things you're like, why am I in a bikini for this? What am I doing?
Don't recommend that, guys. I know they won't. They're gonna be like, I'm not recommending anywhere you don't wear a bikini.
No, but I'm just saying you can. I did it in a bikini, so it works. You can do it, but that bikini is also kind of like wrecked a little bit because you're just sliding in mud sometimes. Like
It's true. And then those big when you put your body up against the falls, it like wants to rip your bikini off.
Yeah, and like any
Darn.
water that's being pushed, it kind of gets hardcore. So like I probably recommend you wear like shorts. If you don't want to tan, then like a long sleeve like bathing suit, one of those ones. And it would also help so you don't get like scratches and stuff, just in case, because you never know. You could take a misstep. We were lucky. I think like I didn't really get any cuts or scrapes from it or bruises. So, but you can. That's what I'm saying, because it is nature. Okay, mistakes happen. You might slip. So.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to quickly go back to this. I took it down, but I'll put it back up. We're holding off on Palawan because it's not a place we're going to live. It's like living on Boracay. You're living on a resort place. It's a good place to retire, but we're not retiring, sort of thing, right? And so we're saving it. And I believe the best time to go is like January, February, March, April, that kind of thing. Anyway,
Yeah.
or February, maybe. And so we'll have plenty of time. We're going to go. We're going to enjoy ourselves, that kind of thing. Well, we're just holding off for now.
And we're obviously, when we go to Palawan, we're gonna go full tourist, or it's not the star sign, but we're gonna be like fully tourism, so it's gonna be expensive, right? And it's not gonna be like we're looking for a house to live there. It's basically if we were to come to Boracay and do like just
Be a
tourism
tourist.
stuff,
Yeah.
it's expensive. It's like it's not cheap to like a vacation. So that's definitely like another reason why it's holding off.
Yeah, exactly. All right, here we go. So, our first impressions of Cebu.
We should make a whole video on that.
That's literally the title of this video.
This is a live
After
stream.
16 days. I know.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. I didn't see that. Nobody tells me anything
I
here.
know. She's busy.
Nobody
She's
tells
busy.
me anything.
Okay, so here we go. Are you ready? Right away, I have to say at the beginning of this that you have to put an asterisk, a star, beside Cebu. All right, because you're judging something that is recovering from one of the worst typhoons, the worst typhoon it is ever seen in history.
In Cebu or just in
Right.
life?
Well, in Cebu.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know about life. I'm sure World War II was terrible.
No, I mean typhoon. You said the worst typhoon ever.
That they had.
So, yeah.
They've had in history.
Yeah.
My understanding, it's the biggest one they've ever seen. And so the damage from it is everywhere. And we have to keep that in mind. So we have to leave that in the back of our head saying in a few months, maybe another year from now, definitely a couple of years from now,
Yeah.
that'll be all erased and it will be things back to normal. So we have to put that in our head because judging a place based on a one-time sort of thing that, typhoons happen all the time, but nothing like that.
Yeah.
So where we had issues, like you're in IT Park and we're staying in the towers, okay? The towers that face IT Park, like the best of the best. And there is no fiber run to those places. So the internet is only the modems that you get with Globe and Smart that are like cell phone. And they were terrible. We were getting less than 1 megabyte of, everybody, you have to crank up your volume. Sorry, guys. We're just one mic this time. And normally we have two, but then we have problems because they echo on each other. So anyway, they have we were getting less than 1 megabyte per second, no matter what company. We tried them. We'd have to move them around after a while. We'd have no internet whatsoever. Couldn't even run Netflix. And then all over the place when we were trying to upload videos, I had to put in my phone, like 6 gigabyte video and wave my hand in the air just to get any signal. That won't be normal soon. But right now, so I have to take all that and go, wait a minute. Assume they're going to fix all of the internet issues. Assume a lot of those buildings won't be in that damage because that's honestly what it's going to be like in a year from now or two. And it's just going to keep getting better and better. And don't blame the area,
It
So,
would be interesting to see what it was like pre-pandemic.
Oh, yeah.
Cebu City pre-pandemic, pre-typhoon, and then compare it to what it is now.
Yeah.
Because we've even sorry to jump in, but we even saw photos of when you look on Google Maps and you're looking at a place. There's photos that people post for reviews. You can see you'll be in the place and then you'll look at photo reviews and you'll be like, I'm facing the exact same photo, but one has a pier, the other one in real life right now it doesn't have a pier, but in the photo there's a pier, and so you're like, wow, it just
or a hotel that had a roller coaster on the roof and
yeah,
rock climbing.
yeah, and all that, just that kind of thing. There's a lot of stuff that it would be interesting to see pre-pandemic and then compare it today. So yeah. Sorry.
No.
I just wanted to mention that.
No,
as
that's
well,
very.
'cause
That's exactly
that was one of the things that it kind of opened my eyes a little bit more. And so yeah, even cement piers, even ferry ports were completely destroyed, and you're like, how is that even possible? But
Exactly. So let's set aside all those things, okay? Those would be the things that you would normally go, oh, that's not good. For people that want to broadcast on the internet, that kind of thing, right? Obviously, internet is important. Cell phone signal is important. So let's say that they're pre-pandemic or in how it's going to be, or pre-hurricane, I should say, or typhoon.
Typhoon,
Yeah.
not hurricane.
Yeah, not hurricane. Okay, so based on that, less traffic, obviously, than Manila, right? Less people than Manila, quite a bit less people. And so you're not piled up on top of each other.
Yeah.
But we did notice that even the outskirts, to get in and out of the city, is still a little difficult. because it is still a big city. It's the second, I believe it's the second largest city. Guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it is the second largest city. Um, and yeah, we really enjoyed our time there. They have great malls. They have
It's very modern.
yeah,
It's more modern than a lot of places.
and
And
you can go
Cebu
up
is
into the mountains.
yeah,
Oh,
it's really cool because you can easily kind of get out of the city and have a vacation.
if you go up into the mountains, yeah,
Yeah, like what I and well, I mean, you could even just once you drive down, you're okay. Like you
yeah.
go
Once you
to
get through Talus
yeah,
and
but the mountains like that's its own kind of vacation, and it's not often that you could just easily kind of go to a mountainy area and kind of chill,
yeah,
And plus, there's so much things to see and do up there, so it's really cool.
yeah. And
You
it's
get
like a
to see your
20-minute
city
drive.
from
It's
like
not like hours. Like we when you go to Taal from Manila, that kind of thing. It's not 20 minutes.
no,
No.
it's pretty long.
Yeah. So either that we really enjoyed it. We also went to Bohol, by the way. You guys haven't seen those videos
Mm,
yet. Those videos will start tomorrow.
yeah.
And Bohol's really beautiful.
Save it for later. Save
Well,
it for next time.
this is our impressions.
Yeah.
So we're not going to tell you details, but it's very beautiful there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then more when you go more down to like, because Cebu is more than just the city, of course. So when you go down to like Mobile and Oslo, like those were beautiful places. I know that the road is still being repaired for like the Mobile. It was Mobile, right? No, Oslo. On Oslo, on the one side, the roads are still kind of being repaired because of the typhoon. And then on the other side, the roads are like really, really good. So you could see one side got hit more than the other.
Yeah.
So the roads were a little like weird, but the scene of it, like of just driving towards Oslo, it was so beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
It is
really
so
beautiful.
beautiful. So it's like it kind of makes up for it, of
Yep.
course. And then yeah, once you get out of the city, you can really appreciate kind of the nature of like the tropical aspect of it. So Cebu has a lot. Like if you're looking to live somewhere that has both a city as well as like you can go out and kind of experience like Philippines and all its like nature, Cebu has that. It
Yeah.
has that good like switch, and it's not like too far away. Because we did wait. How long was the drive? Um, I know we stopped. I know we stopped at in a.
About 3 hours. Yeah, it's about 3 hours. Yeah, we're still getting complaints about the audio, so we keep moving it closer.
Is it up all the way?
It is. It's max all the way.
And the that record dial, that's up all the way as well.
That's the background sound, which will be playing this.
No. The little nozzle there. I was looking it up. It says record. It needs to be full as well.
I'll look into that. Keep talking.
Yeah. So it's sorry, the audio is kind of low, but
Yeah, it's max.
but yeah, so it was cool in that aspect as well. Plus, of course, Moal Boal. It's got that small town feel, and then you drive literally 5 minutes, and you suddenly have like a little like party district. And they used to. It was interesting. So they have the sardine island, and like you can swim with sardines as well. So they're like big schools of fish, kind of just hanging out. We didn't end up doing that because we were there for such a short time, but that was really neat. And they actually, it was interesting to find out that Moal Boal used to have the whale sharks, but then the whale sharks moved over to the Oslo side, and so now the whale sharks are there. So that was also pretty neat. Okay, it's okay, baby. We function.
Yeah. What are we gonna do about it, right? Like we're trying everything, guys, on the audio. Sorry about that. It's yeah, we'll try to fix it for the next time. Where we just keep moving this mic closer and closer and closer to our faces. So when we have two, people say it echoes, and yeah, because when we have them right here, we have no problem. See how high on it goes on the bar. So yeah, it might be that your volume is just lower. I don't know. Okay, but yeah. So let's see. We got. Oh my! I thought I was subscribed to your channel. Exactly. A lot of people think they're subscribed because YouTube just says, "Oh, yeah, if you watch enough of our videos, they'll start recommending you." But if you don't realize you aren't still subscribed. They're just recommending it because you're regularly watching.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason. So
But welcome.
this is
welcome.
great. Join a live, and then you'll be reminded. Why can't I comment? Oh, I'm not subscribed. And by the way, hit that bell. So we had a conversation with YouTube recently, and when we did, we found out they're like, listen, only 11% of the people that subscribe to your channel have rang the bell. So that's why because people were writing us saying, I'm not getting notified when you guys have videos. So I contacted them because so many people told us that. And they said, listen, if somebody subscribes and even rings the bell, all right, to 100 channels, well, then those 100 channels, uh, if they all upload or half of them upload that day, we only recommend 3. And so it's not, you're not guaranteed to even get a bell ring. So just check our channel is another thing. But if you definitely don't have the bell rung, but you do on some, they're only going to send you the ones that you ring the bell on. So it all depends on how many people you subscribe to and how many people you have the bell rung to, if you'll even get notified at all. But we've been uploading every single day, and that's why we're going to do the member thing, because we're not going to stay every day. We're going to go to like 3 days a week eventually, but the members will get an extra video every week of all the stuff that, we're like, damn, this would be good, but it's not good enough for a whole video. We'll be able to put those together for the members and say, hey, here you go. If you want to watch them, here's some content nobody else has seen, that kind of thing. So we'll definitely be putting that up later today. By the way, members will be available, and we made it really as lower cost than most people. Most people put $5 a month. We put like $3.80 or something. So we really appreciate you all, regardless. So I'm trying to find a new place to freeze it on, but I don't want to put it on Batman. People are like, what is this, by the way?
What is this?
Right. There's an Airbnb in Cebu, I promise. And they don't just have this, by the way. They have Star Wars. They have all kinds of really cool themed ones. So
Yeah,
I think they had 5 different ones.
Wow.
4 or 5.
Yeah.
Maybe it was 4. They have 4 townhouses, I think it was. I can't remember. They were all in a line. Each one is themed to a different one. And so smart, because you can get way more money, and it stays like really popular in with the people.
Honestly, yeah. If I had an Airbnb, I would totally do the same thing. Not exactly like Batman or anything, but I'd probably do it in like eras. Okay, so one would be like Victorian, and I nerd out with like history and stuff.
yeah.
So I would literally do one that's like fossils and stuff. I would love that. But I'd also be like, if you steal any of my fossils, I will come and find you. But you know what I mean? Like, I think that would be sick. Imagine going to an Airbnb and it's like ancient Egypt. Or like Temple of Leia style, do you know? Just an Airbnb.
Oh yeah.
Like that would be super fun. That's why. And then the thing is, if it's your own Airbnb that you build, then you could also stay there whenever you want. So it's like you have different places of different like aesthetics.
Bohol videos will be tomorrow. Starts tomorrow.
Yeah. So that was also a really cool island as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Very fun.
There we go. Something better. A little different. Yeah, so we will have the Bohol videos tomorrow. Thank you for those that are saying audio is good now. We moved it as close to our face as possible.
It's probably the best
this
it's
is
gonna
this
get.
is great. Yeah, we can't get any better than that. I just didn't want a giant mic in our face. We tried it down here, but whatever. We'll take it. Yeah, so we are. Might as well give you guys a little leak here. We might be leaving. This is exclusive because you joined us on the live. Sooner than April, off of Boracay. We are coming closer and closer to deciding where we're going to live next. And very soon, we are going to be going out and starting to look at rental homes and that kind of thing. And, our boxes that we had to tick, whereas close to a city where we can get access to big malls or furniture, or, just having everything.
The ability.
Possible,
okay, yeah.
right?
It's more of like, even if we have to drive to go pick it up or
Of course,
stuff, that's
yeah.
okay, as long as we have the ability to do so.
Yeah, exactly. We basically said, okay, if we can drive within an hour to a mall, a real mall, like a big one, that has everything available. Oh, she's going to get some water. That was our number 1. Okay. Number 2 was really good internet, because when you're streaming, like she does Twitch streaming, by the way, twitch.com/Biakin. It's always in the description somewhere. So she likes to do that, the streaming. So we need really good internet, upload speed, most important, not download. But then when we put up our videos, we try to keep it as 4K for the really good ones. Like when you're doing adventure stuff, I was just like, okay, we're going to put that up as 4K. And then 1080p if it's just normal, that kind of thing. But those videos can be 6 gigabytes, can be 20 gigabytes. That's huge. It's enormous. And so we just upload that, and we don't want to wait 3 days for it to upload. We'd like to have it, 20 minutes tops. It's already up there. So speed is matter. It really does matter for us. And then we were like, okay, uh, what's the weather like? Where's the places that are historically not hit very much? Places that are still full of the wooden Spanish homes everywhere is a good sign that they have not, in hundreds of years or 120 years, not been absolutely smashed by storms. Those are kind of important too. But support, like if we're in an area that um, is we have more support from like the community, or like we when we went there, a lot of people volunteered to show us around, that kind of thing, and so we already have a leg up in an area. That's really cool too. A lot of things, factors go into our brain about like where's a cool place to go, but we also like sidewalks, good walkability, because we love to walk. We love to go hiking. We love to walk on the beach, and we have all these. Wow, you got to bring a yellow cup, huh? It's your see-through drink. Look at that. It's too
It's
close to
supposed to
green.
be green screen. This is nowhere near green.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Unless you're colorblind.
It's probably been tweaked for your sweater before, but it didn't work out. And now, look at that. You can see a little.
Both the yellow and the green. Like the green is just gone, but then the yellow, it's got like a little, like a subtle outline.
Put it in front of your face, will you? No, your cup. All right. Well, there you go. There you go. She's gone. Yeah. So we have all these. I thought you were leaving the country. No, we're not leaving the country.
No, not the country.
No, God, no. We're here forever. So anyway, so we have all these little things that are going into our choice. There's more than that, obviously. Like, our interests that we have. Can we do them there? Like, she loves. She loves to be going to a ball one day. Number one, right? But
I just have to make that happen one day somewhere.
yeah, but you like cosplay too. So a place that has
yeah.
cosplay. She wants to do modeling. Do they have modeling? What else is there? There's so many things that I'm trying to think of. It's like all the like interests. Are they available around? Do they have a gym with air conditioning maybe?
Okay, the thing is, so they have a gym here. It's called Iron Fisher. It's cool. It's kind of old school gym. We know somebody who goes there and has a personal trainer. It's cool. Okay, but it's old school, so you're sweating. Okay, and it's very like, I don't know. I'm shy when it comes to working out and stuff, so I'm already gonna be sweating, and I'm just like, oh, I don't know. It's just not my place, unfortunately. Like maybe if I was more confident in working out already, but as a complete like noob, like I don't know I don't know weights from like I don't know anything. Okay, I know how to use a treadmill, and that's basically it. Okay, if you tell me to do a workout routine, I'd be like, huh? Anyways, and so that's why I was hoping they would have like a female personal trainer, just because like I'd feel more comfortable, but they didn't and stuff. So it's just it's just too much for me. It's too much for me. So I'm hoping that wherever we do move to, we'll just have like a gym with AC.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, those kind of things, some modern conveniences were really nice. But then also the ability, so with an international airport sort of thing. So if you want to jump over and go to Japan like we do one day just for a trip, or we want to go to Thailand for, 5 days or 6 days, something like that. Just, when we're going to be a while before we do that, because there's so much that we want to see here still before we go and take a little.
And start getting out of the country.
Exactly, because we met these people from Thailand here on Boracay, and they were on vacation here for whatever period of time, and they were, we would love to go there, and they were like, oh yeah, you can go and watch the elephants and the wild elephants sort of thing, and
Dude, that would be so cool.
Right, and
I would never
take us to
leave.
really cool places.
I
and
would
stuff
be
like
like,
that,
okay, so since I can't own my own elephant, I assume I cannot own my own elephant. Okay, just assumptions. Most animals I want, I can't have. So I'm assuming I can't own one. So I'm just gonna volunteer there for the week and be like, this is my elephant now. And by the end of it, I will have an elephant army, and I would take over the world.
Mm-hmm.
I already have cats in the World Bank. It's just now it's elephant. I need just the brutes. I need like brute force.
Right. Exactly. So yeah, there are other places. So international airport, really cool. Plus being able to get around. Excuse me. Even ferries that are easy to jump on and go to some other islands, that kind of thing. Being centrally located, all these things are important, but they all have different weights, And so when we figure it out, which we're going to do very soon, we may be leaving as early as December now, instead of April.
It's gonna be a chaotic Christmas for us if we
Yeah.
leave early.
Yeah, well, we
Yeah.
hope to be settled by Christmas, so that way we're good. right? Because what we do know, the next trip that is 100% right now, because of flights, that kind of thing, is December 26th to, or was it 26th or 28th? Okay, New Year's will be Makati. Okay, and Pauline is going to join us, and we are going to go and we're going to party it out, and we're going to have the time of our life for New Year's Eve.
Yes.
I was expecting more from you on
Yes,
that one. You just were sitting there with deer in the
We
headlights.
were we were out drinking last night,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
so I'm kind of like,
Not as
you
bad.
know, let's.
Last night we were at a comedy show.
Yeah, and so like it was okay. Like, you know, when you just drink too much, not like drunk, but you just like too much alcohol, not in the like getting plastered sense, but just alcohol, because it is just, you know. So I'm kind of like, it's not that tasty right now.
Yeah, like, we don't want to
It's not
talk
that-
about the alcohol right now,
Yeah.
but we're gonna have a great time because you know what? With Pauline, we always have a blast.
Yeah, for sure.
Pauline's
I'm
always been
excited.
amazing.
I'm
Yeah.
excited.
So-
Makati is nice. It's
So
a
that
really nice
that
place.
part I can tell you 100% is that we will be in Makati for New Year's Eve, which means we're in the Manila area, obviously. So you know, we've got some other things that we're going to do while we're down there too, but we're going to keep that part zipped up for now. But yeah, so we'll be settled somewhere else likely before we go to Makati.
Yeah. That'll be good. It'll be a little chaotic though, I figure, because moving, especially to a different province.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm excited. We'll let you guys. You guys will get to follow us on how to move in the Philippines. Take one.
Yeah,
We're gonna-
exactly,
I know.
exactly.
I just know because it's
Although-
us. It's gonna mess up somehow, like a couple ways. It'll
Yeah.
be a little chaotic, but it'll work out in the end. It'll just be a little chaotic.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be great.
Well, our friend
right?
Eric, they've moved multiple times already, so we're actually going to be getting advice from them because they use like To Go in order to move their boxes, that kind of thing. And but then our friend Peter has moved a couple times, that kind of thing.
Yeah, we're lucky that we know people who have already done it, so we can be like, what went wrong, and how did that happen, so we
Uh-oh.
don't do it. Thanks for your reply. What do you mean?
Oh, okay, cool. So by the way, she gets the Instagram, so that's why
You're
I went,
coming. You're gonna come at me and be like, "Oh, you didn't reply again." It's like,
No, I put it up there so we could read it because all I saw was Instagram. And
yeah,
I
and you
went,
said, "Uh-oh," and then
because I thought it was going to say something else.
and it didn't. So
All right,
I'm
all right.
on top
Okay,
of it.
I'm wrong. She's
Yeah.
she's as fast as me at replying.
Yeah, you said it. I'm taking it. I'm taking it.
Yeah, Starlink is not available yet in the Philippines. They do not have the satellites over here. So Texas Filipino, which is a very popular YouTube channel, also.
He was in Boracay recently.
Oh, nice. And he bought one from Texas and had it shipped over and set it up, and it connects to Australia where they do have satellites going over. But he said it's like really fast, and then he loses it, and then another satellite goes by, it picks it back up. And so he gets a good idea of what the speed is when it does connect, but then it loses and it comes back, and it loses,
Yeah.
come back. So he has a good idea of what it's going to be like. Sort of. It'll probably be even better because once the satellites are launched to put over the Philippines, well, then it's going to be a lot better. But they've announced they're coming here. Don't get me wrong, they have. It's just that it's all pre-order stuff, that kind of thing, and they don't yet.
Yeah, they're still in.
It's not
soon it will
available
be.
technically
You
here.
put up the comment, but then you took it down about the Instagram.
Oh, you said you
Hopefully
replied
we
already.
Oh yeah, on Instagram. Hopefully we see you in Iloilo at Dinigayang, after our wedding. That would be cool. We hope.
Wait,
to
we didn't
go.
get invited to the wedding?
We hope to go to Dinigayang. Okay, and it's gonna be cool.
That's the third week,
It'll
right?
be yeah, I believe so.
Third week of January, I believe is when that
Okay,
festival is.
I was reading a magazine and it talked about Dinigayang, and it comes from the Ilongan word of merrymaking. Ilongo word. So that's
We like to make merry.
you know, and that's just, I don't know why that has just stuck in my head, but now every time I see the word, I'm like, oh, it comes from the Ilongan word about merrymaking. So I'm an encyclopedia now, apparently. So,
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm excited because there's like, we've seen pictures and everything, and the festival just seems very, very cool.
Yeah,
So it'll be nice
definitely.
to experience in person for ourselves.
Exactly. Exactly. Also, another thing I wanted to bring up here, Jimmy, is we look for high upload speeds, and Starlink does not have a really high upload speeds. For example, we get about 60 megabytes per second upload, and so that allows us to. I can be uploading, she can be streaming. Like none of that affects anything. We could just throw things up all like crazy, and that's why we pay $100 a month for internet in the Philippines. And so that's kind of like our biggest thing. Starlink does not provide that. And he already said that I'm not going to compete with people who have fiber, right? I'm going to compete in rural areas that get really terrible internet. I will give awesome internet. And he's also working on like fixing like people want to do online gaming, that kind of thing, where you need a lot of data really quick. And so right now there's a lot of jitter because, it's early days.
It's still early,
So
yeah.
they are going to, he said that very soon you'll be doing like online gaming, no problem, high performance. So he's working on that. So eventually it's going to be really great for that kind of thing. And maybe, 5 years from now or whatever, it'll be like when we were in dial up and we got our first cable internet or something. We laughed at dial up, right? Well, maybe I'm sure eventually we're all going to laugh at
Free.
what we like, even me saying,
Yeah.
well, I get 60 megabytes per second upload speed and I pay $100 a month. We'll be laughing at that one day.
Yeah.
So, of course.
Yeah. I remember dial up. I had dial up for a little bit. I just remember that.
The scream.
I hated that. It gives me nightmares still. But it let me play Club Penguin. So you know what? At the end of the day, bless.
Wow.
So there's that. But yeah. I feel like I was using dial up right when it was already like phased out. I think our just house still had it, so we just used it. And then eventually I was like, wait, you have internet that doesn't scream at you? What the heck is this?
Mom,
What's going on? And then
Mom, you need better internet.
and then it's like when you talk on the phone as well, it messed up somehow because the dial up, it takes something. It's like on the same line as your phone. I
Mhm.
can't remember
Yeah,
exactly.
you had to tell people hang up.
Yeah,
Or you'd pick it up and you're like, oh, and you put it back down.
Yeah,
And it's like,
yeah.
and then they cut you off because they picked it up. You lost connection.
Yeah, and then so there was that. And I remember like dealing with that and then going over to a friend's house and like there's nothing like that and you're like, what is going on right now? Like, what is this technology?
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
Yeah, and Pauline is going to be here soon, guys. On the 19th, is that right? I think 19th to the 22nd. Pauline is coming to visit us on Boracay. And we're going to have some fun. So you'll all get to see her again. Because there's always fun here on Boracay. And it's actually getting crazy here on Boracay, to be clear. So we have a new bus. We were actually going to show a video on it because it's like an air-conditioned bus service that's now available on Boracay. Very, very low cost for everybody when you consider what it costs to get around. And anyway, so they meow.
Yeah, thank you.
Meow. And so we tried to take the bus last night. They were all packed, all of them.
It was a Friday night though,
So the island's getting crazy, but not only the island getting crazy, but so many businesses are now showing up out of nowhere. Like it used to be all abandoned buildings or whatever, closed down or whatever. We're now like, oh my god, look at that! That's brand new. Every time we go down there, brand new,
like,
brand
wait,
new, brand
that's
new.
and we're like, and it's cool. You can see that it's kind of like growing. It's like it's definitely different from when we first got there to now. Like it's such a switch already, and it just shows like once the economy can start recovering, everything's like just kind of gradually builds up as well.
Yeah, it's incredible. Like if you were here only 2 months ago, you would be absolutely shocked by how many new places have already reopened or brand new places opened. It's everywhere now.
And it's continuing like that. There's still places that are still closed, but I'm sure eventually, just give it a year.
It's
like
looking very full though now.
Most of the places will be taken.
Yeah.
Taken up.
Yeah, it's getting crazier and crazier.
So it's interesting.
More and more flights keep coming here. That's why.
Yeah, and like there's the flights from China are coming.
Well, we don't know. They announced it, but then I don't know what happened. Like we haven't seen it yet, but that's up to China to allow people to come again. Wow, thank you very much. So thank you, Meow, obviously. And Adrienne, Venezuela?
Valenzuela.
Thank you
Oh,
very,
it
very
doesn't
much.
show the
We really
sticker on
appreciate it.
the
No, but
highlight.
it.
That sucks.
Oh yeah, but it does show in everybody's chat.
But yeah, so that's cool.
Thank you for the stickers.
Thank you for the
That's
sticker.
awesome.
So yeah, it's interesting, and I hope like more places around the Philippines also get to like regrow like that, especially like Cebu. Cebu would help a lot if there's more like tourism in Cebu, just because that would help bring kind of everything back. Once money comes in, like once money starts flowing in, it's easier to kind of build back. So, that's the thing.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And they have a long way to go. Like it used to make up like 53% of their economy or something like that. And there's a long way to go in a lot of places,
Yeah,
obviously.
and it's
Like we were in a
interesting
lot of
because
empty places where we're the only people. So
yeah,
you can see that for yourselves.
yeah, and it's kind of cool because you're like, oh, this is private, but then it's also on the other aspect, you're like, dang, like we're the only ones paying to like be here right now. Like you would want them to you want them to succeed. So it's like we wish you would have more people, but also selfishly, this is kind of cool that we're like by
Yeah,
ourselves.
obviously. Yeah, but we also like the cool places to stay in business. So therefore, selfishly, still, we want them to do more business.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
because we want it to stay in business, right? And that's why a lot of times we're just there promoting. Where nobody's paying us. We're promoting their business because we think it's great, and
yeah.
we don't
We
want them
enjoy
to
it,
go.
and we want to be able to come back in 2 years and be
Right,
like, hey, okay, you're
right. You
still
guys are still in
here.
business because that's amazing for us. So let's see right here. Do you think we'll be getting a motorcycle when you move, or had enough of the rain and get a car instead?
I want a sparkly pink Harley.
See, the only thing is yeah, we do love bikes. But car is kind of cool because you can buy things and then just throw them in your car
Yeah,
and throw them in the
yeah,
trunk, that kind of thing. So that's obviously got an advantage to that. A little safer, obviously,
yeah. If there's
that
an
kind of thing.
accident, car
You
versus
could always rent
motorcycle,
bikes.
you usually know who's gonna win that fight.
Yeah, so we're not sure.
Uh,
We're not sure. Obviously, cars a lot more money. So
True.
there's all of these things. So we're not sure yet. Actually, we're not sure because
Yeah, it depends where our location is for
exactly.
one, because different places need different things. Like
Yeah,
some places
based
are
on the
easier.
roads, everything.
Yeah, some places are just easier to have a bike. Okay, and like okay, if it rains, it rains. It's kind of like that. But then some places are like you want a car. You want a car for whatever reason. So
Come and say hello to us. We'll be here in November. So yes, message us
feel
on
free. Yeah.
Facebook, whatever, and just say, hey, I'll be staying at this. We'll come over. We'll buy you a drink.
Oh, I have to make a
That'd be awesome.
Facebook still.
Yes, you do.
I know.
Yes, you do. But
I
I
have
have
to add people on
the,
Facebook.
the channel has a Facebook.
Yes,
Just so you know, it's
yeah.
down in the
Message,
description.
Yeah, message the if
Yeah.
I make a Facebook, don't message me because I'll probably not read it. I'll be honest. I'm really bad at replying to messages, so I'm not. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, message that Facebook.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
Philippines Life Facebook.
Yeah, there you go. This is a difficult one because every one of them have a different reason why we would love it more. So if you're saying to us, like, where's the best place where you guys can go and find like clubs that are always open, or where are you going to go? Like we have a fondness for even Boracay, right? Like we're leaving Boracay, but we do love it here.
Oh my
Where
gosh, it's
else
beautiful.
can you go at 2 o'clock in the morning on a Wednesday, Thursday, Monday? It doesn't matter. And there's a line of bars that are all open and happening and busy,
Yeah.
right? Like where
Yeah.
there's businesses always open everywhere and people walking safely. You can walk down the beach and just wander down there.
Yeah.
Lights are on. Like you just can't do that anywhere else in the Philippines. It's just not a thing.
And it's not just the bars are open; it's that you can go to the beach in the same breath.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Because
you wear your bare feet into the bar.
Because like we can't lie, like when we were in Makati, like the Burgo Street, they had bars and stuff. I was like, okay, and like Forbes-town, all that. There's bars, but Boracay has beach right there.
Yeah.
Like you can't drink on the beach, but if you need to like sober up a little bit, you can touch the water.
There you go.
Okay,
Put your
and
feet
then
in the water.
yeah.
And the beach is obviously absolutely beautiful.
Yeah,
like
and it's a
the best
good
beach in
beach.
the
Like,
you
you
can ever imagine.
Yeah. Like so many beaches are very rocky, and it's like fair enough. Okay, different beaches, different areas.
Hard to work at night though. But
yeah.
You don't have to worry about that in Boracay.
No, but yeah, you might trip over a coconut, but that's
Which you did.
which I did, but barely. I barely tripped. Okay, it just made me stutter with my feet.
Hello, John Coffey from Bakersfield, California.
Okay, we didn't answer the question though. What's your favorite city?
Well, that's what I was saying. It depends. Right. If I'm saying where's the best, what's my most favorite place because no matter because we're Nighthawks, that we could if we lived
Nighthawks.
near White Beach, right? If we lived near White Beach, we do not. Then we could just walk. We would probably have a whole different perspective.
Yeah, if we were near
Right?
the
'Cause
stations, I'd be like jogging
yeah,
every
we're
day.
far away, right? So we can't just go for a walk down there. So everything here is all dark and closed by 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
But living down there, if we were down there, oh my God, like everything is open all the time, everywhere,
Yeah,
and not just
yeah.
open, but people everywhere,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So it really depends. And then we loved like Makati and for its own reasons, and we loved Angeles City for its own reasons. We loved even like Manila Bay because they have Chinatown there, and they had all these
They have a
areas that were
lot.
so close. Diverse. How do you say it? The
Oh,
shopping.
Divisoria.
Divisoria. Like wow, talk about like the best flea market in the world, sort of thing, right? Like if you're Canadian or whatever. Like
It was
there's
cool.
reasons to love every area. Like we loved Iloilo City because it's so green and the streets are like there's up to 12 lanes in some areas like where they do 4 lanes this way, 4 lanes this way, and then there's 4 lanes over there. They have dedicated like bicycle lanes going in 2 different directions down this one big huge stretch plus tons of car lanes there without all the traffic. So they have the streets before they have the traffic, that kind of thing. And the whole Esplanade, 9 kilometers
Yeah.
of beautiful walking areas and jogging, and people are everywhere, TikTok dancing, whatever's going on. There's statues, like that whole place had such an amazing appeal for us because it's so clean and beautiful and yeah, not that developed yet. As in like only 500,000 people, not too crowded, that
Yeah,
kind of
it's
thing.
still a city, but it's one of the like it's a minor city
Yeah,
compared to
yeah.
like a
Very
major
up and
city
coming
like
and
Manila
everything. Yeah.
or like Metro Manila.
So we had like good things to say about so many places that
Yeah, it's hard
it's
to pick.
really really hard. But we're coming close to where we're going to have to decide. I was thinking that, and we might even make the video so you guys can all see our thought process. That we just put sticky notes, right? And here's our so we have our list of what do we need, what's our number one like our checkbox, right?
Yeah, or like
Right?
yeah,
And then
a
we put the
chart.
cities and we put the positives under each one of them, and then we figure out which one. And maybe we'll do like a whole thing where we mentally decide because that might be what we need to do in order to say, okay, this is
We
where
could
we're going.
debate. We just debate like well, which one is best.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, like yeah, that's true. I like places that where we enjoy it. So like Moaboal, that was cool. I know it's technically a town, but like that place was cool because it's separated. So if you want to do like the party and like the more tourist side, like down near the beach, you can do that. But then the actual town itself is a little quiet. But they had malls and stuff, so like that was cool. Um, Plus it's near all like the tourist things. So if you want to go to like Kawasan Falls for the canyoneering, it's like 20 minutes away, so it's easy. All that good stuff. So I like that place a lot.
Yeah.
I won't lie.
Yeah, there's
But
so many things. Let's see. Have we seen? I can't even say it.
no, we haven't seen. Okay, I know what Puto is, but I don't know what Puto Bumbong is.
But we haven't seen anything to do with Christmas other
No,
than
yeah.
we have now a couple times heard some Christmas songs. But the malls did not have any Christmas stuff yet. They didn't have decorations up yet.
Yeah, some places now are getting
Apparently, like
decorations.
we see other people
but-
vlogging from malls that do, but the malls we've been to, none of them have
Yeah,
had
when we were in
Christmas
Cebu,
decorations.
they weren't doing it. So
And they aren't here on the
um,
island either.
no, not yet. But no, I haven't. But I know what you mean, like the little candies and stuff. I know what Puto is, like that bun, like glutinous rice. Is it glutinous rice? Whatever. It's that rice with a little bit of cheese on top. We haven't seen that yet. And like the candies that have like the cool. The wrapping is like different colors. It looks like tinsel almost, but yeah.
Yeah.
Haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, we had Rico's lechon. We've had lechon in several different places, but we made a video on the Rico's lechon.
Yeah.
And I chicken and isole. What's isole?
I have no idea.
We've had lots of chicken dishes, so I'm not sure.
Is Cebu known for mangoes? I know they have a lot of dried mangoes and everything. So I believe it's mangoes and lechon. Cebu is like upper class. for that.
Okay, John. Yeah, we've seen Balut John, and I think we've seen Dumagetti John
Balut
before.
John,
So now that
Dumagetti.
makes a little more sense.
Canditel John.
Yeah.
John Coffee.
Wow.
It's whatever you're craving. You just
Right,
change your
right.
name to.
I just change it to where I am or what I'm eating.
Guimaras Island Mango Field. That makes sense. When we went to Guimaras, though, it was off season, so they didn't really have any mangoes.
Yeah, we were really,
we'll go back.
really
We'll
sad.
Go back. I
when
was
we were
I
there.
was pumped. I wanted like mango floats. I was ready for it.
And she's like, No, sorry.
Puto is purple rice cake. Oh, okay. So it's basically puto but purple.
Oh, wow. So it's like an ube match.
Yeah.
Compliments ube. There you go.
Whoa, whoa,
What's that
whoa.
drink we had last night? So last night we were at a comedy show here on Boracay.
Yeah, and it's really cool. It was like Kasan Bar.
Yeah.
It's down near Station One. But they made
Casbar,
this
by the way.
Casbar. Sorry, close enough. You know,
It's
my,
the
it's my
Casbar
accent.
Station One.
It's my Canadian accent coming through. Anyways, they have ube cream. So it's a liqueur,
Liqueur.
and it's basically like Bailey's, but they made it from ube.
And it's delicious.
And it's purple, it's creamy, it's delicious. I literally
You have to mention the halo though.
Oh, yeah, so they have like this halo like cocktail drink basically, and it's halo, right? It's got the ice and stuff, but they use the ube cream, liqueur, and they make it into like a cocktail drink, and it is dangerous, okay? Because it's basically ice cream with liquor in it.
Yeah.
So it's okay, it's really good, but like please don't get drunk on that, because you will be like it'll be too much. It just seems like a very crazy drink that you could easily die from. Because it's just so good in the most chaotic way, you know?
And they make it themselves and everything, and then they bottle it and sell it. So
I want the bottle because what they do,
it's like a potion.
it looks like a potion, and they have like this wax seal around it, so it's like a gold wax seal. I saw the bottle in the fridge as well, and it was unopened, and I'm like, I just want to have that. So not to drink it because it's too good. It's like a nectar, like from a god. Like you can't drink it. But like just to be like, oh yeah, so I have this ube cream.
I believe Peter bought it, by the way. They just got it in from Manila, and he bought it.
Yeah, but he's keeping the bottle to bring to Manila.
Yeah, but I mean, like the one that was in the fridge is for him. They don't even have another one to give.
You can buy though. You can buy.
Yeah, they were sold out. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, but yeah, so I want one still. It doesn't matter. I still want one, and I just want to be able to like just show it off because it's like a souvenir flex. You know, you don't drink from it. It's almost like in the Temple of Leia. One of the rooms was a bar. It was a bar basically. It just had a whole bunch of like really fancy, expensive drinks just on display. And I'm like, that's kind of like badass, you know, in a way. Like you don't drink from it. You just kind of have it to show off and be like, so yeah, this is my ube liqueur from Boracay Island, you know.
Yep.
Don't touch it, but you know, it's expensive. It's expensive. Just look, don't touch. But yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, no. You must have just joined a little late. Here we are thinking about around December, moving to the next part of the Philippines. We did lease it all the way till April of next year, but we have found another subscriber who said they would like to rent it after us, and they wanted to come in sooner and all this stuff. So it looks very likely that December 1st we will be choosing a new place to live here in the Philippines, and that's what our travels have been all about, is where are we going to move next. That's why we do some tourist things, but not all the tourist things, because that's not actually our full goal. But of course we like to enjoy our trip when we go to places and stuff like that. So hence, yes, we are enjoying our stay.
Love the Philippines. Of course.
Are you kidding me?
We wouldn't be here if we didn't enjoy it. So
we wouldn't want to be anywhere else in the world permanently, like living, right? Like we might want to go and see someplace else in the world one day and that kind of thing. But adventure is fun. But no, this is the place we choose. This is the place we want to live, and we're super stoked. We're super stoked. So stay tuned, though. We're going to go through our thought process of all the different areas, because we have a lot of choices where we could live next, and it's a difficult.
I bet that you'll end up living in San Juan, Batangas. We haven't been there yet, have we? To Batangas? No.
Isn't that south of Manila?
You're at that Baguio, right? Or no, Batangas. Gosh, our geography is we're still learning. I thought it was near like Dumaguete.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know. I don't know geography at all. Okay, I barely know Canadian geography.
No, yeah, that's south of Manila. All that stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. The only thing is we don't want to live near a volcano. So otherwise, we thought it was extremely beautiful. Don't get me wrong, 100%. But then when we hear the stories of people that lost, damage, massive amounts of stuff, and that moved from there, we were like, oh, it's so beautiful. But there's a reason why it's so beautiful, because it's so dangerous. The more dangerous it is, it's always more beautiful. You know, when people say,
Oh,
"Why?
San Juan.
Why would you live near typhoons?" Because it's beautiful.
Look
That's
how
just the
far
way
away
it goes.
is. Look, it's right here. San Juan.
Oh, okay. Batangas is I looked up.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
but either way, it's still down there, still within.
Where's the owl? Oh, yeah, there it is.
Yeah. So we went to Al. We
Oh,
didn't
that would
go.
be a good
We
place.
didn't go to San Juan. But,
Yeah. We're on the one like Tagay.
Yeah.
We were in Tagaytay, like right across from Taal volcano.
So far, I would agree with that 100%.
Every time we go
Yeah.
somewhere and we meet random people, they like welcome us. Just really
Always.
cool.
Even if they don't watch our channel. We're not
Yeah,
talking about just
no.
people that say, I watch your
yeah,
show.
like
Everyone is super nice.
for example, like even in our Cebu videos when we were in Minganilla,
Yeah.
that whole family and like friends and stuff, we had no idea who they were. They didn't know who we were, and yet they welcomed us and even let us eat. So it's kind of like, yeah, it's you can't just go to do that in like Toronto, like like if you walk down to the park or something, nobody's gonna be like, hey, do you want to like come join our picnic or whatever, So it's very friendly.
Exactly. Yeah, we're Mac. That would be totally cool because we weren't before making it a goal, but now it's a goal. So if you are not subscribed, well, you can't comment. So therefore, we've made it a
Yeah.
reason for you to subscribe. But make sure you ring the bell. Only 11% of our subscribers have rung the bell, and therefore, a lot of people say, "Well, I never got notified you guys uploaded," even though we do it every day. You have to ring the bell to make it even a chance that you could be. So that would be awesome if you did. And if you want to
Oh.
share, that's awesome too.
See there, them. We had no
Yeah,
idea who they were.
that's
and
why
look at their.
they invite us in. They give us their food, their drinks, everything. We just
They give us ideas of like places
Yeah.
to travel to as well. Like it was amazing.
and it wasn't because we had a camera. We literally walked in there and we were asking questions, and they're like, "Oh yeah, they're not open yet, but come on up, come on up."
Yeah, and then we started
join
vlogging
us.
after we like got to know them a little bit, right?
Right.
So it was super cool. It was good times. Good times.
Yeah, they were so
Yeah.
so friendly, and we had an amazing time. And then she's also sometimes on Boracay here with a partner running a place and everything else. Like,
Oh,
how
yeah, them,
cool is
them,
that?
yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Have you been to Batans?
Batanes?
Batans?
No,
Batans?
but yeah, so thank you very much. We appreciate you, and
Oh,
Alex
yeah,
was really
Alex,
really
the big
fun
friend.
and
Yeah,
really
he was
outgoing guy.
cool.
Unbelievable. Really great.
Yeah, I wish I had like the same charisma. You know what I mean? He's got a lot of charisma, so it was really cool. It was really cool. I'm a Cebu-based vlogger. Well, welcome. Hello, Wanderlust.
Where?
Wanderlust.
Where did you
Part
see
of their
that?
comment. Part of their comment.
Oh, sorry, I didn't even see that. Well, it's too bad we're not still there.
Yeah,
we would've
I wish
jumped
we
in
were
with you.
still
Sorry about that.
in Cebu, but we're back home in Boracay. The videos haven't caught up, so
Yeah.
There's that.
So tomorrow you will start seeing Bohol, and then we have 4 days in Bohol, and then we have one day in.
why do you freaking knew? You're freaking ready.
I was
Go
ready.
back to the monkey.
I could move when I
Fine.
move over there. You
No,
have a
it's
real
okay,
better
it's
post.
okay.
Yeah. So when we spent one night also with 2 days in Mactan, which is the up and coming for the wealthy playground sort of thing coming up. I don't know.
It's gonna take some time.
It's gonna take time.
Yeah, you're like up
Because
and
they started
coming. No,
it
it's
just
like
before
very...
the pandemic was the real big push of Mega World and all these people, and then so pandemic and then the typhoon. So
But yeah,
you'll
even-
see.
There's
You'll see.
there's a lot of resorts there, like Shangri-La. All the expensive resorts are all down there because it has a nice beachfront, right? But a lot of repairs are happening, and there's like new buildings being constructed. So the like construction is like they're making a lot of money. Construction people, builders and stuff, just because they're not only building new buildings, but they're repairing the already built buildings. So they're like,
Yeah.
it's hard to find.
It's
like,
really difficult. There's
like
not enough
laborers,
glass. There's not
yeah.
enough laborers. There's not enough concrete. It's just really difficult right now. Love watching you guys. So entertaining. I'm moving to Cebu City in January. Hope to meet you guys someday.
Ooh,
Wonderful. If we're in the same
yeah.
city anytime, definitely
course.
message us. We're always down to meet people.
You'll have to see. You'll
yes,
have to wait and
videos
see.
are coming.
Why would you just out that? Maybe
I said
we didn't
videos
go.
are coming.
Maybe we didn't go.
Can you
said yes.
can you
said
imagine?
yes.
Can you imagine going to Bohol and not going to the Chocolate Hills? Just
I could
just throw
imagine
it out
that
there.
because we might have done that. You don't know. You haven't. There's no videos out yet, so you don't know. Maybe we didn't. Maybe we literally we were like, no.
Nobody can imagine that.
They're not even chocolate right now, okay, guys? It doesn't count.
Oh, they were a little bit though. Like you see everything else green, it had some brownish comparative.
It's rainy season, so it's not the same.
It's not the same. I get it.
We'll go back. We'll go back when it's dry season. Oh, it's gonna be so hot. Oh, it was nice because okay, no, we can't say it. We can't talk. I can't talk about it because I'm just gonna spoil the video. If we did a video, I don't know. We might not have. No.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. Okay.
So we just use Streamlabs. This is actually I think even the free version. So
yeah, Streamlabs is good. You can do whatever on it.
And it's free.
And you don't have to pay.
Yeah. And you can play videos on it and pictures. You can do whatever you want. And you can even load it onto your phone if you want to do projections from your phone.
I'm literally gonna get like a pool shot of you, like when you're in your bathing suit and shirtless.
If I look as good as you, please do.
I'm gonna do it on my stream. I don't even
will
care.
I look as good as you?
Yeah, it'll.
I better. I'm not showing any negative angles for you. Just want to be clear. As long as we're equal, because remember who edits the videos.
I can tell. But yeah, that was probably one of the best restaurants, just because it was cool.
It was so unique. Yeah. Exactly, and unexpected.
Yeah.
And the food was
There's
fantastic.
so many cool restaurants.
Like if I lived near there, I would go there very, very frequently and just hang out.
Yeah.
Nice breeze running across.
This is where you would probably want a motorbike. Like if you want to go up the hills, it's way easier to just motorbike it because some of the roads and stuff, you just don't want to be a car waiting for another car to come down or anything, or like trying to swerve and you're like, oh, I don't know about this corner. Hopefully there's not another car barreling down. Yep. All that stuff. And a motorbike would be easy in that aspect. But then obviously, like if you're in the city, you'd want a car just because it's so chaotic. I mean, a motorbike you can kind of squeeze through and stuff, but also it's like dangerous.
Yep.
You know, you got to know how to drive a motorbike. Then it's okay. Because like if I were to drive a motorbike, I would die and cry at the same time because it's just so chaotic. I would still do it, but if it's more quiet. But yeah.
We have, and we always are willing, and but before we got here, when we got here, we've written all of the big name ones or whatever. No responses from them. So,
but this was still when we were younger.
Even like when we were 30,000 subscribers, 40. But no, recently when we were in the right at 68,000 or whatever, I wrote a couple more. Still no responses. So I thought maybe once we got bigger, but yeah, you know.
It just depends on everybody's
schedule. Some people are very competitive about it, and that, you know, people are people, right? Like I remember when I was just doing photography, other photographers were so jealous of other photographers. I'm not saying anybody is, by the way. I'm just saying in photography, it gets that way where other photographers, we love working together. We would do let's rent a space and work together and stuff like that. Where other people are like, oh, you're going to take the only people that are willing to have photos done and, you know, take all the business that are booking in my area, that kind of thing. So it depends. I don't know how it works, but or, and this is the big one, when you get popular, you get so many messages that you just kind of don't read many of them. You just kind of go down and I don't recognize any of these people. Boom. And they just get bombarded. And if they did answer every message, they wouldn't get anything done. So we also understand that a little bit because we sometimes get really bombarded. We get a lot of offers and spam and like, hey, crypto this, crypto that, or, you know, all kinds of things like that. That are just like, oh. Christian Mingle.
Not Christian Mingle. What is it? The other one.
Isn't that what it's called?
No.
Filipino Christian Filipino?
Something along that line. We get that a lot.
We get offers all the time. And I told them, I said, listen, we're married already. Like, how can I promote a dating website? I'm sorry.
That we've never used.
I said, if you had somebody who you can get somebody who is trying to find their wife or whatever, and they're living where we live, say Boracay, and they are joining their website, and they've agreed that we can follow their progress and how successful it works for them and everything. That makes sense. I said, it doesn't make sense to ask a married couple to pretend like we're using a dating website. I'm sorry. It's just not going to work.
It's a little sus if you ask me.
Right. And I'm not selling myself out or anything. I'm just like, if it's interesting to me, I would have no problem doing it. But we're not here to just sell ourselves out to the highest bidder or something.
But to be fair, when my debit card was snatched, they were making purchases to the one? Tinder and
Plenty of Fish and
so
Justin
you know
Bieber.
what? And Justin Bieber. Okay. Okay, Justin Bieber, I understand. Send him 92 cents. That's fine. That's cool. But like, Plenty of Fish. Come on. You're gonna disgrace me like that? Freaking.
Maybe her account wasn't hacked. You know?
It wasn't. It's a cover up. Just kidding. No, it was. Okay. I don't want anybody to clip this and be like, "Oh, see, yeah. It was legit." No.
Yes, of course. How can you not? He is like the most subscribed YouTube channel in all of the Philippines, and of course, I've watched his videos. We did write him when he went to Boracay too.
There's a lot of Filipino vloggers that are.
Well, he has 4.5 million subscribers.
Celebrities in the Philippines do vlogs as well.
And they have bigger than that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
Bianca's gonna correct me a little later, but I am 99.9% serious that they have the most YouTube subscribers, and then he's got I think 8 million on Facebook. So, but she says there are bigger vloggers because he said vlogger.
Filipino vloggers. There are like celebrity vloggers. And
okay.
I promise.
They're bigger than him. Okay. I love to be corrected. That's cool.
But yeah, he's cool. I don't really watch a lot of his videos, but I know that Michael does.
Yeah, and he owns restaurants and all kinds of things.
The things he does.
He's gotten very successful, and then he. I know he pays his staff more than the average salary. He does a lot of good things that way, where he uses his success to help others. We've seen the makeovers where he'll find a family on the street or whatever, and he'll make over their whole lives and try to help them. Lead a horse to water sort of thing. Make sure they get a job, make sure they have clothes and everything, and bring them up to a certain level. And I recently saw they did one where somebody had their toddler was in the hospital for something like, or a baby, and I don't know if it was many months or something, and they didn't have the money to get their baby out. And so they put the money up so that the hospital would release the baby.
Wow.
Yeah, because they didn't have the money to pay for the health care, so they wouldn't let the baby out.
So they kept the baby, and they're like, that's
something
so
like
weird.
That. You guys will have to watch the video.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm taking it out of context, but I'm 99% sure it was as close to what I just said as possible.
Yeah.
So.
I could not find a helmet my size in Dumaguete, Philippines. I mean, you were
we went to Cataclan, and it was like
they had a ton.
800 pesos. It was great. I was like $16 for a
helmet? He was worried that it was gonna be. I thought it was also gonna be very expensive.
I was
like
gonna be $80, not $8.
And so it was really
16.
It was really cool that it was much cheaper than we thought. But yeah, he managed to find one, so you might just have to.
Yeah, it was really good. Hello, Ben. Hello.
Hello from California.
Cool. We're at now 2 hours. Very close. We're 1 more minute away, or a minute and a half away. So I just wanted to thank you all for joining us.
Yeah, this
and
was nice.
remind everybody
nice
again, we're going to have members soon, whether you're going to get an exclusive video every single week. And that'll be available later on today. We have to do an intro video before they open it for us. Then if you're looking for stuff that we don't normally put out, right? Like we have a lot of stuff that we're like, oh, it doesn't make a whole video or whatever. Maybe we can put those together and make sure you guys get an exclusive type of content every single week. Who knows, maybe some silly behind the scenes stuff. You never know. But then also every time you chat or anything, it's going to make you pop out and stand out no matter what, where you're commenting, chatting, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And we appreciate it. I think $3.80 US, something like that, a month, and you will get that. So that's coming available later. If you don't worry. We're still uploading like crazy. You can still chat and comment.
Tons to do.
I don't want to make anything about money. So, all right, guys. Whoa. Adrian.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your thank you.
Yeah, thank you for your thank you, because that's really awesome. We really appreciate it. Wow. I can put it on the left here, but it's going to show up on the right in a second too. I'll give you double. You'll show up there,
double,
and then in a second it's going to show up.
That's a thank you.
Right here. It's a little slow sometimes.
It lags. Just like
YouTube does it. So, yeah. So we appreciate you all so much,
thank
very
you guys
very
for
much.
Hanging out.
Right there it is. Thank you very much. And we like I said, tomorrow you're going to see Bohol videos. They're gonna start.
It'll be
We had
good.
such a good time there. So yeah, get ready. It's
Mhm.
coming. We even took the luxury.
Oh my.
That's all we're gonna say. The luxury business class.
Business class. Hoity toity. Hoity toity.
Hoity-toity.
Um.
And
Oh,
yeah,
I can't.
yeah,
I
that's
can't,
all we're
I
gonna
can't.
say. So
I
get ready
can't. Oh my
tomorrow
gosh, okay.
for luxury business class, private yacht. No, it's not even
No, it's
private,
not.
but you'll
It's not
see.
even a yacht.
Yeah. Yeah. Did we start in Canada? Yeah, we were over 2 years ago. We started our YouTube channel. So yeah, we are from Canada. I am starting my own YouTube channel. Don't know if I should put it. So you can't really put it in the Philippines until you are not a tourist, because you have to have a tax ID. So you will be putting it in your home
whenever
country.
you're,
Yeah.
And you ask
But
for
of course you
information
want in the
like
U.S. Right now, we're Canadian, so we don't get to take advantage of this. It hurts us actually. But the U.S. dollar is now 58 to one
Yeah.
peso, or to 58 pesos to $1. So it's incredible. Like we're down to like 41 or 42.
Yeah, it's the strongest the U.S. Currency has been to the Philippines ever.
Ever. So yeah, you
So-
definitely want to.
So Americans, ball till you fall.
keep
I
it in
guess.
American. Yeah.
We're Canadians, so we don't get any of that, but it's okay because we have fun anyways. So yeah, thank you all for joining everything. My job is to chase my wife around the house.
I've not worked in 6
I've
years.
not worked in.
Well, that's a good job. Sometimes
It works,
that's
it
a big deal. You know, that's sometimes a lot of hard work.
I think it's time for me to eat again. Tomahawk ribeye.
Oh,
this time.
stop it! He's the one that
John,
sent the pictures.
Get out of here, okay?
Yeah.
Unless you're sending us some.
Yeah.
The audacity, man. I want steak.
Yeah, big ass monster tomahawk steak. Yeah, that would cost just a fortune here.
Yeah, that would be like $1
fortune.
million.
That would be $1 million. Oh, all right, guys. So again, thank you all so much for joining us. We really appreciate you guys, and hopefully we made this so that people will watch it and replay, because we're trying to make it interactive this time and not just two people standing or talking constantly. And now that we can put the comments on there, we put a little effort into this whole thing.
Yeah, and we'll add more.
Yeah.
We'll be
Yeah.
progressive.
Oh, we
together.
enjoy the live, so we'll try to do it a little more regularly, because we aren't doing it regular right now. But just kind of every once in a while. But yeah, we really appreciate you guys. We're glad you joined us on here, and don't forget, if you could share, we want to get to that 100K subscribers. Make sure you're ringing that bell. That's it.
That's all. That's all we got.
It is. Yep. So thank you so much, guys, and we'll see you
Yeah.
all very soon.
Very well.
Bye, guys.
He's too smart. He's smart. He doesn't like sharing.
Not enough. Uy.
Is this your private pool, ma'am?
It is. It is my private pool. You have to pay to get in.
I'm lucky that I'm tall enough
I'm on my tippy toes, but I can stand.